Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another live stream on Movie Worm. Been a month or two since I've done one of these, and I think the last one I've done was actually with Sam. So he's a bit of a recurring guest on here.
Thank you so much, mate.
Yeah. So just before we get into it, how are you doing? How are you doing, guys? All right?
Not bad.
Yeah, great. Yeah, smashing. Hope you are too.
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Before we discuss the movies and what we've been watching a bit, we've got Sam Glendenning. I know a lot of you know them, and we've got Alan from Alan Scouser. So before we get into it, Sam, do you just want to introduce everyone to what you do on your channel, mate?
Yeah, sure, bud. So I've been kind of just set up my channel like back in January. I started out just doing like my Blu-ray collection series, which is still a continuous platform on my channel. But I'm kind of done like the odd. I'm starting to do a couple more unboxing videos. One I've just uploaded today of like the Lawnmower Man collection unboxing video, and then yeah, I've done a few music related videos because I'm big into my music and that. I've actually, the last one I think I did was when I showcased all that the albums that have been making inroads into my collection on vinyl from the last few months. And yeah, and I reviewed all the Planet of the Apes films, and which reminds me, Jordan, I need to do a ranking of all 10 of them films this month. So yeah. I'll have to get cracking on with that. So yeah, I've been kind of wanting to sort of spice up the variety, really keep it varied and smooth sailing. So yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic.
Good stuff, mate. And I started watching all your Blu-ray collections, mate. Really good videos, really entertaining. So Alan Scouser, your channel is, that's right, Alan? Do you want to tell a few people what you do on there?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, well, a mixed bag, really. It's primarily a horror channel. I review horror books, horror movies. I do horror pickups. I do the occasional top 10, my favourite horror actors, favourite scenes in horror movies, favourite quirky characters in horror movies, which always goes down pretty well. But yeah, like anything related to horror, I actually done the odd general video, about on the buses, comedy series. But it is primarily a horror channel. And in addition to talking about horror movies, I also talk about writing my life as a writer, writing my own horror short stories. I really enjoy it and that, and I'm very glad I've done it and that. So I've met some nice people on here as well. So yeah, it's a primarily horror channel and it's everything to do with horror. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Both got great channels.
Thanks.
The internet just buffered for 1 second then. So hopefully we're all right from now on. So I don't know if that was my end or whatever, but looks like it's gone back to normal. Yeah, so I've got both of these guys' channels in the description as usual, everyone. Go and check them out if you don't know who they are. I'm sure a lot of you do in the community, but definitely go and subscribe. You will not be disappointed.
Thank you so much, Jordan.
Yeah, no worries. We've just got a few people here. We've got Cy Robson. All right, Cy, thanks for coming on. Hi, guys. Right. Total Movie Recall, Ellis. Evening, lads. Hope you're all well. Just at work, but I'm listening. Cheers, mate. Highly recommend Ellis's latest podcast series that he started. They're really good to listen to. I've listened to them all now. He's done about 11 episodes, so definitely recommend that. And we've got Mike from Cinema Marks, man. Evening, guys. Hope you're all well. All right, Mike. Thanks for coming along, mate. Yeah. So they're just the comments for now, but hopefully a few will pop up in a second. If you're watching, guys, get your movie-related questions in, TV-related questions, whatever, and we'll do our best to answer them. So before we get into it, just going to say, what have we been watching? I think that's a good way to start. So, Alan, do you want to go first, mate, with some of the stuff you've been watching lately?
Yeah, sure. Oh, well, the abysmal Imaginary. Say no more about that. I've watched a couple of the George A. Romero, the Dawn of the Dead movies, which I haven't watched for years. I've just come away from watching Land of the Dead, which I wasn't too keen on. Been watching them. I watched an horror movie a couple of nights ago called Hanny Calder, the Western, starring Raquel Welch. It was all right. Nothing to write home about. I watched the Wes Craven movie Deadly Friend. Really enjoyed that one. So that's staying in my collection. I've watched the Planet of the Vampires, which it was another thumbs down, unfortunately. I think it's one of those Marmite movies, to be honest. I'll tell you another thing I've been watching. I've got a big box set TV series of Ray Bradbury. You know, the American Horror writer Ray Bradbury. So I've been tucking into them. They're a bit like the dark side and that, you know, like anthology episodes. But so far, I haven't been impressed because the stories are they're very weak, you know, and the picture quality leaves a lot to be desired. So yeah, that's basically it, really. And that, yeah.
Definitely echo your thoughts about Imaginary, mate. I think it's my second worst movie that I've watched this year. It was so bad. I hated it. It was awful. You know what? It's one of the worst movies I've ever watched at the cinema. I remember, I don't really speak at the cinema, but I remember saying to my wife, like 15 minutes ago, isn't this terrible? And she went, I just wanted to end.
It was really bad. It was awful. Yeah. I think I had a bloody walk out. 20 minutes.
I watched a YouTuber who said he actually thinks that movie might be written by AI. Like they've just got all these Blumhouse movies, threw it together, and the scripts come out, and that's what they've come up with. And I actually thought that could actually be true.
I don't know. It's a possibility, isn't it?
Yeah. The Romero movies, Alan. I was a bit like that with Land of the Dead. I thought it was a bit silly at times, but the first three are amazing, aren't they?
Oh, well, my favourite one is the original from 1968, Night of the Living Dead. I absolutely love that movie. And oh my God, what an ending. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen it, I won't give away. But you guys, you must probably know what I mean. You know, similar to the ending. Oh God, yeah. Oh, sorry, what was that?
I've never seen it.
You never seen it? Oh, you're in for a treat. Yeah, 1968 on the Criterion label.
I need to get it.
Yeah,
I've got that Criterion one myself. My favourite's Dawn, I've got to say, but they're all great.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam. So, what have you been watching then lately, mate?
I've watched a fair bit, mate. I watched because I've been trying to get more into like some of the Ray Harryhausen films, and you know, like watching like Stuart George, and you know, hearing his passion for those movies. And one of them was The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, which I was a little bit disappointed with that one, Jordan. It was, you know, like I thought it wasn't terrible, but I thought it was just bang average, middle of the road. And there were some great aspects to it. I think the film really started to kick in, like in terms of, you know, like the action, like sequences started to really take its toll in like the last 20 minutes. But other than that, mate, I just didn't find the characters, like I found the characters just very generic. But yeah, so it wasn't for me, that one, unfortunately. And what else? I watched a very sort of quirky but really good film called Air Doll, about that inflatable doll. You know, like, and you've seen through the eyes of this doll. It's so cool, actually. I've got my friend Warren over at Goose's Movies to thank for that recommendation. And
I've never even heard of that film, mate.
I thought it was really good, mate. It was the same director of the film that came out recently, which was one of my favourite films of the year, called Monster. I think that came out like back in March. It was really good, that. And Shoplifters, Broker, that it's same director. So that was really good. And what was the other one I watched? I watched on the AFGA label, the Side 101 label. I watched The Sword and the Claw, which I had such a great time with. It was so badly acted, but you couldn't help but like love it at the same time. Oh, it was so fun to watch. The music was pretty repetitive, Jordan. If you can maybe get past that, then I think you would quite enjoy that one. I think it was very fun. Again, I've got John to thank for recommending some of those AVGA 101 titles. And what was the other one I watched? Oh, the big one. Well, I'm getting to another big one to come, but this big one, I watched the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey double bill. Right. The first, and I went to the cinema to see this, Alan, on Friday night.
Yeah.
The first film, it was bad, but I kind of loved it as well for how bad it was. I really enjoyed it. Like, you know this as well, Jordan, one scene where it takes this character so long to figure out a plan, like how to kill Pooh Bear, and that like they're just on like the landing, like at least attempt. And yeah, I just thought it was so funny, some of the baffling decision making in that film. I couldn't help but love it. And the second movie was decent. I enjoyed it. I think this has been the more popular out of the two. You know, like, and it's got a bigger budget to it of like $1 million, because it made absolute success off the first film, which is incredible. Jordan, like on 100 grand like budget, and it made back $5.2 million, which is just phenomenal, to be honest with you.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the second one, it was a bit more of a serious, darker tone, which you kind of expected because of that film's budget. And there was a bit more decent acting that went into this. I really liked the main guy who played Christopher Robin in it, Scott Chambers, who I believe is directing the horror Peter Pan movie to come out later this year. And yeah, I really liked the new additions of Tigger and Owl. They were proper badass, and the voice acting that went into those characters was just so fun. I'm not going to spoil it, Jordan. The ending, I think, slightly let it down for me. However, the post-credit scene did somewhat redeem it for me. But yeah, had a fantastic time at the cinema with both of them movies, and it was just a great crowd and that. And the first movie I'm going to definitely pick up on Blu-ray soon. And then what else, buddy? Oh, yes, I went to go and see a couple of films yesterday. I went to go and see that new independent romance drama called Slow, which I thought was very good, especially like the first half of the film I thought was fantastic. The acting was just superb. The second half wasn't as good, but it was very solid on the whole. And Love Lies Bleeding, which is probably one of my favourite films of the year so far. I really enjoyed it. Jordan, I've got a question for you, actually. Without us spoiling it, what did you think to that ending?
I think it was very A24, the ending.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it actually happens that way. It's just all what's the word, where it's interpreted as something, but it's not actually that, if you get me. Yeah. But
yeah,
I don't think it was needed. It felt very off from the rest of the movie, and I wish they didn't put it in there, but it felt like they had to, because it was A24, if you get me.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a great crime sort of drama romance film, and it reminded me of this old movie with Val Kilmer in for some reason called Kill Me Again. It's not even the same sort of story. It is a little bit, but it really reminded me of that film. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's one of my favourites of the year.
I really enjoyed it, mate. I thought it was very good. I must admit, I totally echo what you said. The ending went a bit too far-fetched for my liking. You know, I felt it was kind of shoved down our throats sort of thing, went a bit into our faces, I felt, with the ending. But I thought it was a very good crime drama, you know, and I thought the characters were really interesting. I really liked how, you know, the red colour grading to the film and the 80s aesthetic as well. Thought it was, very solid, Jordan. And here we go. I watched Alan's favourite ever remake. I watched it, Al, the Suspiria 2018 remake.
Oh, you watched it, did you? What did you think of it?
I didn't like it.
No, I prefer the original. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. Oh, it was awful. I couldn't get into it at all. Yeah,
As I'm not going to spoil it for you, Jordan, but I will say the original had a consistent pattern to it. You could follow what was going on in which order. With this, and Alan will agree with me, I didn't know which direction this film wanted to be. I thought the film was too convoluted at times for its own good. It was, you know, it was all over the shop, I felt, with the direction. And I have to say as well, Al, I totally agree with you from that review.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly like many of the characters. Like, you know, you compare like Dakota Johnson, who's a good actress, but it is like that main character. She pales in comparison to Jessica Harper. And the ending was pretty naff. It was a bit crap, the ending, to be honest. I didn't like the ending particularly. And when the film had a good, you know, like red, it had that nice red tinge towards the end. That final act, it was a lovely red colour tinge to it. Unfortunately, by then I was bored and I just lost interest in it. The whole thing with this, again, I'm not going to spoil it for Jordan, but the direction he went with that, it just went a bit too far-fetched for my liking. I will say,
to tell you the truth, in my opinion, I think it's one of those Marmite movies. You either like it or you loathe it, you know. So I don't think there's any real in between. You either hate it or you love it. That's my opinion, anyway.
Absolutely. I think I was talking to Leon at Leon Talks Films, and he really didn't like the movie as well. And he actually loves the original like I do. The original Jordan was probably one of my best first time watches of last year, and that's another thing. Even the music in the remake I thought was pretty pants. No, it wasn't. No, actually, beg your pardon. The music was one of the best parts of it. It was Tom York. How dare I?
Did you like the music in the new one? Yeah.
Because I just remembered that the music. Sorry, the music was one of the best parts of the remake. How dare I slag off Tom York like that? Like, forgive me, man. Because Radiohead are one of my favourite bands as well. So
in the 1977 original, from what I can recall, the music was by, was it Hobgoblin or Goblin? It was either Goblin or Hobgoblin, and I love the music in that. Goblin, that's it. Yeah.
I will say, mate, as much as I love Tom York and Radiohead, I have to say though I did prefer like the music by like Goblin, in that it had just a great like bewildering atmosphere to it. It had a very eerie you know, like aesthetic to it. But Alan, I have to agree with you. I was so disappointed in that remake. And you know, like it kind of and throughout the film it had a bit of a grey palette to it. When you compare it to the original, it had the colours just really shine through in that. It's proper
beautiful with the original,
Say again, sorry, mate.
One of those Marmite movies and that, you know, but the original had a beautiful colour. I love the 1977 one, but that remake wasn't for me at all. So
it was a one-time watch. So, well, Jordan, you'll have that to look forward to when you get round to watching it.
I've just actually bought it on Blu-ray. Because
that's right.
The director Luca Guadagnino, is it?
Yeah.
What's his name? He's just made a film called Challengers, and I really enjoyed it. And he also made Bones and all a couple of years ago, which I really enjoyed. So
I need to see that as well.
I haven't seen that one.
I'm in the minority here who likes the Suspiria original, but I think personally I found it slightly overrated. But I think I'd built it up so much because I hadn't watched it, and it was like 5 years ago I watched it for the first time, and it was good, but it's got the longest ever knocking down of a door scene I've ever seen.
Trying to
get into
I know what you mean.
It is. I would like to watch it again. I'm gonna give it another go, but I'm just hoping that I get something from this remake. But I've heard you two and Leon say they don't like it at all, so we'll see. What did you think?
Fans, so sorry, Jordan. I'm going to say the remake does have its fans, so you might really enjoy it. And
you might enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely, Al. And if you do quite like the remake, Jordan, then good chances are you probably will prefer the original on like rewatch. Definitely.
Well, while we're on the subject of Dario Argento, and we're on the subject of movies that sort of like overrated, I've got one here for you, so I don't know if you guys will agree with me. I think the Cat o' Nine Tails is really overrated. Now, I've watched that about 3 times now. It's okay. It's more of a thriller. It's not really a horror. Have any of you guys seen that one, Cat o' Nine Tails?
I watched it last year, Al. I thought it was pretty cat-tastic. See what I did there, Jordan? I thought throwing the pun there.
Cat o' Nine Tails. Yeah. You have seen that, Jordan? No.
I must admit, mate, I haven't got around to that one yet.
No.
I did it. I've enjoyed a few Argento films, but I haven't got to that one yet, to be honest.
Right.
I really enjoyed Tenebrae. I thought that was probably the best one I've seen from him.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Video Nasty as well, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one,
Yeah. But yeah, I've got Bird with the Crystal Plumage to check out as well. I actually bought that on 4K. Been sitting on my shelf for a while. Yeah. Giallo is not really a subgenre that I've got into a lot. But the ones I've seen, I've quite enjoyed. But Dingy, I really liked Deep Red as well. I thought that was excellent.
Oh yeah, David Hemmings. Yeah, it's a good one.
Sorry, Jordan. I must admit, Deep Red. That is one I kind of similar to what Alan was saying. That for me got a little bit overhyped when I went into it. But do you know what? I think it was because. And I know that film, of course, does have its fans, and it is a great looking movie as well. And I thought it was just okay on that first viewing, but I think, do you know what it could have been? Because I've been told, and Al would probably back me up here. It's because apparently the theatrical version, is it like the 1.5-hour version, is better than the extended version?
There's a longer version, isn't there?
Because I think what it was, I watched the longer version, and that was maybe why I didn't appreciate the film as much. So I've been advised that the 1.5-hour version is the superior rendition of the movie. Is that right, mate?
Well, John from Mondo Celibat Movies, he brought that up a couple of weeks ago, and he said, watch the one that's a bit shorter, because he said it'll all fall into place. But the longer version, he said, it's kind of convoluted. So he said, if you're going to watch it, watch the shorter version, and you'll get more enjoyment out of the shorter version. So that could be a factor.
Yeah, definitely. I hope I will like it more, on that theatrical version. But I have to totally agree with you, Alan. Bird with a Crystal Plumage again. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Oh, yeah. Loved that.
I love that movie. Yeah.
I've just noticed the poster in your background.
And also, mate.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's great. That one.
We will get into everyone's comments in just a second. I'll just quickly go over what I've been watching. I've just finished the entire Friday the 13th franchise. I had so much fun with them all. I've seen them all on VHS days and DVD days, but I've just never had it in my collection because they only ever had that 8-movie collection on Blu-ray. But I finally went region 3 and got that big Scream Factory box set.
That's a beautiful set. I've got that myself. Fantastic.
Made up with it, mate. I'm actually watching them all again now because I watched them on Paramount Plus, and I want to watch them from this box set now. It's just, I don't know. They've got rewatchability factor. They're just so easy. They're the easiest movies in the world to watch. They really are. I watched Wedding Crashers again. It's my favourite comedy of all time. Me and my wife just wanted an easy movie to watch on Saturday, so we watched that. The new Netflix shark movie, Under Paris, was okay. I thought it was going to be worse. It was actually all right. I watched Critters because I got the Critters box set as well.
The box set, yeah.
First thing I bought from the region when I got region 3. I rewatched RRR, which is my favourite movie from 2022.
Right.
And basically just challenges as well. The Luca Guadagnino film about tennis, and it was really good. Really surprised with that one. It's about 3 characters who are in a love triangle, but they all play tennis, and it's like a very toxic relationship they've got going on. But it's you couldn't take my eyes off it, and the score was brilliant. My wife really enjoyed it as well. So just before we get into the comments, Alan, have you seen Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey?
I've seen the first one. We haven't seen the second one. I didn't like the first one. No, I didn't like it.
Okay.
They seem to be doing a lot of horror movies now with nursery rhymes, don't they? Mary Had a Little Lamb wasn't a bad movie. Watch that one. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Yeah.
We've got we've got Bambi coming out as well.
They'll be doing the bloody Enid Blyton books next, the famous 5 and the Secret 7. Hey, can you imagine a demonic noddy? That, you know, it's a possibility, isn't it? You know, like give him a scary face and a funny hat.
They made a Humpty Dumpty horror movie, didn't they?
Sorry, Noddy.
There's a Humpty Dumpty. Isn't there a Humpty Dumpty horror movie out?
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, they're quite good. Them, they're good laugh. Yeah, bit of horror thrown in as well, like, you know. Yeah, Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, quite good. And Jack in the Box. That's a good one. Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I made that all right actually.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so should we get in the comments then?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Some great watches there, guys. By the way,
thank you.
So, sorry about that squeaky door. So the viewer Drew says, "Hey everyone, what's up? Hello mate, thanks for coming along. He always comes along for these, so thanks, Drew." And he then goes on to say, "What do you think is the best performance you've seen from Jeremy Renner and Mark Ruffalo? For Jeremy, his best performance is The Town. For Mark, Zodiac." So have you got any films here, guys?
Don't know them, no, so can't comment.
Trying to think. Mark Ruffalo, I probably would have to go Spotlight for Mark Ruffalo. I thought he was absolutely brilliant in that, Jordan. But Jeremy Renner, I'm struggling on that one. Oh no, he was actually really good in what was it, Jordan, Wind River. He was very good in that, to be fair. So I'll probably just go with them.
Yeah. I think Mark Ruffalo was really good in a film called Dark Waters. It's a true story about like the poisoning of the water in America, and it's still going on now. Really eye-opening film. Jeremy Renner, I would probably go with his performance in The Town as well, although he is really good as his name, Hawkeye, isn't he? But yeah, I'd probably go with The Town as well. That's a great movie, great heist movie. Got Red Rune Antics here, even and all. What's your thoughts on The Northman? Thanks for coming along, mate, by the way. You seen The Northman, Alan?
I haven't seen it, Jordan. No, so can't comment. No, haven't seen it.
You seen it, Sam?
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic, mate. One of my favourite films of 2022. Robert Eggers, to be honest, mate, is one of the best directors working in Hollywood right now. I cannot wait for his rendition of Nosferatu, because Nosferatu from 1922 is one of my favorite films of all time. I absolutely love it. I watch it every tail end of October. It makes for a great double bill with Vampire from 1932. So yeah, The Northman's absolutely fantastic though, mate. I love the way the film is choreographed, and that the way between the black and white and the color as well. It's got a great set up, tension building and journey story to it. Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Yeah. I have not actually seen The Witch yet. I've just never got around to it, but I was a bit like that with The Lighthouse. But I thought The Northman was a lot better. I absolutely loved it. It was my third or fourth favorite movie of that year. Fantastic film, and there's a great scene where they go into the village and storm the village, and the camera work is excellent. Yeah, really, really great movie. Just before we get on to the next question, with Nosferatu coming out, the remake, what are your thoughts on that one, Alan? Have you seen Nosferatu?
I've seen the old version. It was at 1922, starring Max Schreck. That was pretty good, yeah. But I haven't heard too much about this new Nosferatu. I don't really know all that much about it. But I'll give it a watch. You know, if there's anything to do with Dracula, I'm right there. You know, even if it's a comedy Dracula. I mean, I've got 2 comedy Dracula movies I recently bought. Love Affair Spice with George Hamilton, and the one Andy bought the Leslie Nielsen one. He takes Dracula off. Yeah. Dracula Dead and Loving It. So I haven't watched them yet. Yeah. So I look forward to watching them. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give it a go.
That Dracula Dead and Loving It was always in my local video shop years ago, but I never actually rented it out. But my mum did, and she said it was quite funny. Yeah,
I like Leslie Nielsen.
Good evening, chaps. Hope you're both well. Thanks, Jamie, for coming along, mate.
Hello, Jamie.
What's the next big film you're most looking forward to? Mine are A Quiet Place Day One and Maxine. You want to go first, Alan? Any films coming out on your radar?
Well, one immediately springs to mind, and not surprisingly, it's a horror movie, but I don't think it'll be out till around about Halloween, and that's Terrifier 3. I'm looking forward to that. And also, if you want another one, I don't know when the hell it's going to bloody come out because it's been put off and put off and put off. The new Salem's Lot. They're the two that immediately spring to mind, but those two,
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming to any light, that Salem's Lot, does it, at all? It's just talk. I think Stephen King said he's actually seen the movie, and he said it's quite good. So that's promising.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What about you, Sam? You got anything looking forward to?
I'd probably say the next one would definitely be Inside Out 2 because I absolutely love the first film. The first film's probably Jordan, one of my favorite Pixar films. I think it's really fantastic. And the one afterwards, hands down, is definitely Maxine. And to add to that, Jordan, get this as well right. Tyneside Cinema are doing a triple bill of Pearl, X, and Maxine, and I do plan on going along to that because and I thought to myself I might as well because I plan on rewatching Maxine. Sorry, John, I can't speak a minute. Rewatching X and Pearl before like Maxine anyway. So if I was gonna do that. Like anyway, I thought, well, might as well make a triple bill out of it. So, and plus I haven't seen X at the cinema, so that'll be like first time seeing that at the cinema. So yeah, really excited for both of them movies I've just mentioned there.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to double billing them. I'll probably just do them on Blu-ray if there isn't a local cinema doing it. But really looking forward to double billing them soon. It's a shame we're getting Maxine like a month after bloody America. I hope no one spoils the end or anything online. It's just so annoying. I hate the way, especially A24 do this. It's so annoying. You didn't really like X and Pearl, did you, Alan?
Not really big fans. I'll most probably check the third one out, like just to see what it's like. But yeah, not really crazy about them. But I know they've got a lot of fans, you know. But I'll definitely see the third one anyway. Yeah.
Which one did you prefer, Al?
Out the first two. Out
of X and Pearl.
Well, to single it right down, I would say the second one.
Pearl, like the prequel.
The second one. Yeah. That's sort of like got it above the other one, but I did not like that first one at all. But the second one was watchable. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. I've got to say as well, Jordan, I really did enjoy X, but I definitely preferred Pearl. It was absolutely wonderful, and how Mia Goth didn't get like nominated for that role, I will never know. She was absolutely brilliant in that.
Yeah.
I prefer X maybe just because it seems like it takes a lot of inspiration from Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the 70s and stuff. But I do think Mia Goth's performance was a little bit better in Pearl, especially that end credit scene. I think she's a wonderful actress myself. She's probably my favourite actress working today. I thought she was great in Infinity Pool as well. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie.
I still need to check that out.
Seen it yet. I couldn't get into that one. No.
Didn't like it, I don't know.
No, I couldn't get into it. No.
That's definitely a Marmite film. I've recommended that to people and like,
I agree. Yeah.
But I don't know if you got like my favorite ones I'm looking forward to. Definitely Terrifier 3. Definitely Maxine. Can't wait for both. Love the trailer for Maxine. Yeah. But there's a trailer that came out about a week ago, and I am absolutely pumped for it now. And that is the new Alien Romulus. Did you just watch the trailer for them?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a trailer. No.
I saw it. I saw it at the cinema when I went to see the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey double bill, and I need to.
Is it the first trailer, Sam, or the second trailer? Because they just brought the new one out now.
I don't really know, mate. I couldn't say because I've just seen like the one trailer of it. I think it might have been the first. Just like going like from what I saw in that. But Jordan. I definitely am gonna have to get. If I'm going to go and watch that at the cinema, I am going to have to get cracking on watching the other Alien movies, and that does include Aliens, which I've still not seen.
Yeah, man, you need to watch that movie, man. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
Did you get it on 4K, Jordan? Sorry.
No, but I am gonna plan. I've got the Blu-ray box set, and I'm planning on doing a rewatch myself. I'm thinking about maybe doing a review series on my horror channel, but
oh wow,
I'm thinking about going to get that in 4K just so I can. If I watch it, I might as well watch it in 4K. And I don't really upgrade too much, but it's in my top 5 movies of all time, so I think there's a good excuse there to upgrade to 4K. But yeah, I can't wait for that, man. That trailer's the best trailer of the year, alongside the new Maxine trailer. Like, it's really got me pumped now. Like Jamie says, A Quiet Place Day 1. I don't know why I'm not massive on this. I think because A Quiet Place Day Part 2 showed what happened on day 1 in a really good 20-minute segment there. I don't know if we need to go back to day 1. I would have preferred a third part of that trilogy and see what the characters done next, but it still could be good. Still could be fun.
Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jamie, for your question. Stuart George, Home and Movies. Thanks so much for coming along, mate. Doing really well on your channel, I've noticed. So well done, mate. Getting loads of subscribers there. I'll watch this later on. Have a good evening. Thanks so much, mate. Yeah, I understand people can't stay on the lives. I watch a lot of the replays myself. So
I was going to say, Jordan, Stuart's been really supportive of my channel. Of course, you guys have as well. But yeah, he just seems like such a lovely guy, and he's bringing a lot of sheer entertainment to the world, like you guys are. Yeah, he's it got a very interesting, like he does like some very interesting, like, is it like top 10 lists, and does some great, like is it weekly watches as well? So yeah, and he's actually kind of as well inspiring me as well, Jordan, to start buying VHS tapes again for like the artwork, because have you seen, like, he's been getting some absolute belters when it comes to like VHS tapes.
Yeah, some of the artwork on VHS, especially horror ones, man, that's all you have to go off, really, isn't it? Like, when you went to video shop, like, I know you're a bit younger than us, Sam, but the horror section was just full of great artwork, wasn't it, Alan?
Oh yeah, that was the highlights of the late 80s, early 90s for me. When I got my first VHS player in 1986, I was never away from the bloody video shops. I was renting 2 and 3. I already had a special offer on. Oh, it was right there, you know. Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah, great. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah. Ellis from Total Movie Recall says, have you guys seen both non-horror movies this year, Immaculate and The First Omen? I have. Which did you guys prefer out of the two? I can't decide because I think both are actually stellar. So, Alan, have you seen either The First Omen or Immaculate?
I haven't seen Immaculate. I haven't seen The First Omen. I've seen The First Nun and I didn't like it, so that's why I didn't say check out the second. But no, I haven't seen any of the others. But I hated The First Nun. Really,
well, I think what he means by saying the two Nun movies, it's because they're both. Yeah. It doesn't mean the first two Nun movies. He means these two are about nuns. That's what he means.
Oh right, yeah. So, I haven't seen them.
No. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, are you gonna check them out? Because I know you like The Omen, don't you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. Yeah. I love The Omen. Fantastic. I've got the Scream Factory box set of that. Yeah.
Nice
number one. I think you know what I'm going to say, don't you? My number one out of all of them is the first one with Gregory Peck. That's my favourite one.
I love that.
Always gets me when Lee Remick has that horrible death, you know, with the hands of Mrs. Baylock, you know. But she's like dangling like that, and she comes into the hospital room and finishes her off. Oh, it's a brutal watch, like in part. And of course, you've got the dog, haven't you? You know, the bloody big dog. Yeah, great movie, absolute classic.
Yeah.
Billy Whitelaw is the most like underrated character in that, I think, because everyone goes on about Gregory Peck and the mother. What's her name?
Lee Remick.
What's her name now? Anyway, Lee Remick, is it?
Lee Remick. Lee Remick.
Yeah. Everyone, like, a lot of people go on about their performances, but the nanny in that is so evil. And
she was really demonic. She was, yeah.
I was going to say, sorry, Jordan. I was going to say as well. I thought who else was absolutely excellent and quite underrated in that film as well. Alan might agree with me on this. David Warner,
the head office photographer. Oh God, yeah.
I thought he was so good in that.
Yeah.
And
he's been in a few horrors.
Sorry, Al.
Patrick Troughton,
Troughton
the thing
was
falling
so
on
good
him,
in that.
yeah, getting impaled by the bloody church thing, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty brutal stuff. But yeah, The Omen is absolutely fantastic, Jordan. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. Absolutely, love it. And do you know something as well, Jordan? I've only seen like the first Omen movie. It's quite a recurring theme with me because there's a lot of film series out there that I've only seen the first installment. In fact, Friday the 13th is one of those as well. And I need to check out the rest of the film series. But The Omen first film, absolutely marvelous. And sorry, Jordan, did you want me to answer this question?
Yeah, I was just going to say, have you seen either of these two, though? I don't think you've seen the first Omen, have you?
I haven't, mate. I definitely need to, definitely need to check out, is it 2, 3, and 4? And I'm not in a mad rush to watch the remake. However, I've heard the remake is actually all right. I've heard Roy over at Blue Roy Movies said it's actually okay. And the first Omen I've heard is really good, so I will be checking that out once I've done it in the right order with the Omen movies. And I haven't seen Immaculate, but if I was to get the Blu-ray, I'm sure it'd be in immaculate condition.
Not if you get it off eBay.
Everyone's gem.
Well, you don't know with Amazon now, do you? It mightn't come in immaculate condition.
Yeah, there you go.
To answer your question, Alice, I have seen both of these films. I wasn't as big as the first Omen on like everyone else was. A lot of people were really hyping this film up, and I thought it was a huge disappointment. There was things to like about it, but I thought it was a very slow film, and I'm not going to give away the ending or nothing, but it didn't work for me.
Right.
And the reason for that is when you know kind of what happens in the later movies, it doesn't really matter. So for me, I thought it was nicely shot, it was well acted, but it just wasn't hitting it for me. Immaculate, I preferred a lot more. It's kind of a slow build for the first hour, and the third act goes a little bit crazy and stuff. So I had a much more fun time at that. Just a 90-minute movie as well. So you're in and out, really. And Sydney Sweeney was great in it. So I definitely preferred Immaculate, but they are very similar films. That's why he's sort of asking the question, because they are very identical. So just to let you guys know. Music by Goblin. I really like the Suspiria remake. Oh, we've got someone who likes it. So Ellis is a fan.
Oh, excellent.
Especially the ending. Thorn York score is magnificent. Definitely a Marmite movie, like you say, though.
Yeah. Really pleased you enjoyed it, Ellis, definitely, because I know it's definitely got its fans, that film.
I wish I would have watched it now before this stream. Oh, I just couldn't squeeze it in. Paul2112 says, hi, guys. Hi, mate. Thanks. I like your little image there. That's zombie flesh eaters. Looks like.
I think it is, yeah.
Paul, all right, mate. Thanks for coming along.
Hello.
Paul Tam. Evening, gents. Hope you're all doing well. Question for you all. What was your thoughts on the Alien Romulus trailer? And are you excited about it going back to its horror roots? I'm sorry, Paul. I have just sort of spoke about this, haven't I? And you two haven't seen the trailer, obvious. Yeah, it does actually look like it's going a little bit back to the horror. It looks like there's a little bit of action focus in there, but it definitely looks like it takes a lot of inspiration from the first one, which I'm happy about. So yeah, but I think the director's come out and said he's trying to get the best of 2 and 1 and blend them together, which excites me. You're not a fan of the Alien franchise, Alan? Sorry, Sam.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry, George.
I was going to say, Alan, are you not a fan of the Alien franchise?
I love the first Alien from 1979. That's my number one. I like Aliens, but that's more of an action movie, isn't it? Yeah. It's more of a, Space Marines and that. They're the only two really I like. The others are the one where she's got a skinhead. What was that? Was that the third one? She's got like a head all shaped like a bother boy. No, I only like
Alien Resurrection. I think she's got.
Yeah, that's the one. Alien Resurrection. But my number one is the first one, the classic. And I still wince when I see that chest burster scene with John Hurt. I still can't watch it. It's when I first saw it, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I've seen some pretty graphic horror movies in my time, but oh my god, just the way they done it was so realistic, wasn't it? You know?
Yeah,
it's great.
I would have loved to have been in the cinema back then to watch that.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember all the headlines saying like, "Oh, you want to go and see the sailing, the shocking scene with a chest burster." Yeah. But, oh yeah, it's a classic. That I love it.
Sorry, Sam, was you going to say something there, mate?
Oh yeah, no worries at all, Jordan. I was going to say, is it the same director of the 2013 Evil Dead remake?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And Don't Breathe, which is another great horror movie, I thought.
Well, if that's the case, yeah, I was going to say, mate, if that's the case, then there's chances are I would really enjoy it then, because the Evil Dead 2013 remake I thought was fantastic. Definitely that remake is definitely much better than the Suspiria remake. Absolutely.
I think it's my favorite Evil Dead film, to be honest. I've watched them
really
all.
Good. Yeah, it's really good.
Red Romantic says, I love Deep Red, but the whole go to this house and investigate, then do it again was really dragged out for me.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that feeling from it myself. I just really got into the movie. I got fully invested, and I've really got too many problems with it, but it's been a couple of years since I watched it now. I've only watched it once, but I did watch the long version, but I thought it was fine, to be honest. Cy Robson says, the UK cut of Deep Red is the best version. I'm not quite sure which cut that is. Is that the shorter one? I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure.
Cy Robson says, there's a link in Blood and Honey 2 for a Bambi horror. Is that right, Sam?
Yeah. I would say that it does kind of like sort of entail for that, but as I said, kind of like maybe the last 5-10 minutes did slightly let the film down for me, but there was definitely a hint there for a Bambi horror movie. Do you know what, Jordan? I'm still thinking about it now, and I never ever thought we'd see the day when we got a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I just thought that would never happen. Next thing you know, guys, there's going to be a Peter Rabbit horror movie. Do you think that would work as a horror movie, though, Jordan? Just a little fun question there.
Do you know what, man? Do you know what? There was actually an episode of Peter Rabbit I used to watch as a kid, and it quite scared me a little bit because it was like these farmers trying to kill Peter Rabbit and his friends in one episode. But I know the horror film would be totally different. So, look, mate, I don't even know if these movies work. I did quite enjoy Blood and Honey, but it feels like a quick buck to me. These things are in public domain now, and they're just using it to make horror movies with. Pluto, I think, is another one that's going into the public domain in 2 years. So they're going to make a Pluto horror movie. They probably will. Steamboat Willie went into the public domain, and within a day they were saying there's a Steamboat Willie movie coming out. So it feels like a cheap way to make a horror movie to me. So. But I can't lie, I'm there day one for them. So a Peter Rabbit one, I don't know, mate.
If anything, mate, I mean, I would definitely say like, no worries, Al. I was gonna say, Jordan, if anything, I was just thinking about that for a minute there. And I was going to say about Peter Rabbit. Now, I was going to say the books, the illustrations are fantastic of them. By the way, I grew up with them. They're absolutely awesome. But I was going to say as well, Jordan. I think maybe Watership Down, if they could do it right. I mean, they probably should just leave it as it is, as just the animated classic, which I've never seen again. But I was going to say, mate, is that maybe could have a better chance of having its own like horror rendition than Peter Rabbit. That might just with like the content of Watership Down and what it's about as well.
I can't really comment too much, mate, because I've just never got round to it. But I was speaking about this on my stream the other day, and I just haven't seen it. But apparently, people were horrified by it anyway. My wife's seen it, and she said she was really upset on it. So,
have you seen it, Al? Watership Down?
No. I've never even read the book, but I remember the song by Art Garfunkel, "Bright Eyes," getting to #1. But no, I haven't seen the movie and I haven't read the book. So the only thing I do know, it's about rabbits, which is is obvious, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I might even read the book first before I watch the film, because if there's a chance where I've not seen like a movie and I know it's got like the book first, I'll try and read the book first. Like definitely. And do you know what, Jordan? You're like this now. Al has mentioned like Bright Eyes. I always think of what is it? The guy in League of Gentlemen who sings that. Do you remember? Is it the Russian guy in League of Gentlemen who keeps singing Bright Eyes? I love that. I
can't remember, mate. To be honest, I've seen that series numerous times as well. Is it it happens in the League of Gentlemen?
Yeah, I thought it was so funny.
Oh, is it the it's not the one who's trying to force his pop group on people.
What's that? Sorry,
creme brulee.
I think so.
He's like the big rock star fella.
Oh, not him, mate. That's Leslie McQueen, who's my favourite character, by the way, mate, in League of Gentlemen. It's the is it Pop? Is he called that character Pop? And there's him and then there's that couple, isn't there? And they keep going back to like and is he quite drunk in a couple of episodes? I think he is.
Is he like a gangster and he's always arguing with his son?
I think so. I think that's the one. Yeah.
Papa, and he always goes, "Papa says him."
Yeah. That's him. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
I love that show so much. Yeah. One of my favourite sitcoms, that League of Gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely. Paul's 2112 says, for me, that my favourite Dario Argento film is Phenomena, the most underrated Dario Argento film. You fan of this one, Al?
I haven't seen it for a couple of years. I've got the 4K, so I'll have to watch it. It's like it's got insects in it. From what I can remember, it's got insects in it, but I don't remember every single thing about it. So I'll have to check the 4K out. But it's okay. It's not one of my favourite Dario Argento movies, but it's okay. It's okay.
You seen this one, Sam?
I haven't, mate. Again, Dario Argento is one of those other directors. I feel like there's still a good chunk of his filmography that I'm missing out. Because I've got oh God, what is the film called? Is it Grey on Four Flies? Is it or something?
Four Flies in Grey Velvet. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the other one I need to check out, Al. And what else? Inferno, which I've heard is really good. I think that was a video nasty as well.
Yeah. Well, I've ordered a big bumper book about Dario Argento and all his movies from Amazon. So when it comes, I'll do a review of it. Massive book about all his movies and that, you know. So I've always wanted a big volume of Dario Argento. So when I saw it, I thought, that looks all right. So I've sent off for it now, so I can't wait to get it now because I am a big fan of Argento. I must admit, some of his movies are a little bit of hit and miss because some are better than others, obviously. But this goes into detail about every movie, so I'm looking forward to that, getting that.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm realizing now there's quite a chunk I haven't seen. I haven't seen Phenomena either, to be honest. I watched this latest one, Dark Glasses. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it.
It was all right. It was a very cheaply made film, but I thought he'd done a good job of it. I'm going to have to delve in. I've got a few upstairs I still haven't seen in my unseen pile.
Which one's Jordan?
Bit of Crystal Plumage. And there's another one. But I can't quite remember the name, but I think it's in one of them boutique things. I can't quite remember, mate. But there's a few I want to check out, to be honest. There's another one. Oh, it might be Phenomena, the one I'm after, actually.
I need to watch that.
Because I've seen that a few times, the Arrow box set, is it? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And he did a trilogy and all, the Mother of Tears trilogy, didn't he? The different witches in each one. The Suspiria one, that was one witch, and then there's two more. I think it was Inferno was the second witch, and then a later one as well, the Mother of Tears, which it's okay. It's not as good as the first two, but he done the Three Witches trilogy.
Yeah. he seems to have quite a big filmography, doesn't he? David, did we answer that one? Yeah. David C says, I feel like the last two Bad Boys are being overrated due to recency bias. The first one is still my favourite. Your thoughts? Have you seen Bad Boys, Alan?
No, I haven't seen them.
Have you seen some?
No, I haven't seen like any of the Bad Boys movies. I've heard the first two. I think I like the best, if I'm not mistaken. Again, every time I think of like Bad Boys 2, Jordan, I always think of that scene in like Hot Fuzz when they watch like that and Point Break. You know, that's kind of like my favourite scene in the movie. But no, I've not seen like any of the Bad Boys movies. Definitely not. Was it Michael Bay who did the first two movies, wasn't it, Jordan?
Yeah. And then the third one and the fourth one are done by these Belgian filmmakers, I think. I don't know if the brothers or something, but there's two of them. To answer your question, David, I haven't seen the new one, but the third one is actually my favourite out of the three. So, and I did watch them all together before seeing that third one, and it was still my favourite, mate. So, I can't really agree with the recency bias bit, but I don't really like the second one. I think it's okay. I think it's too long, and I think the car chases in it are Michael Bay all over, where it's just the same thing happening for like 10 minutes, and there's no tension in the car chase or anything.
Yeah.
But I think the first one's really good. I do enjoy the first one. It's a close second, but I did like the third, so I'm looking forward to this fourth one, to be honest. George Conde says, have you guys seen Founders Day? It's a bit like Thanksgiving. They're doing a Mickey Mouse slasher. Evening, guys. Well, evening, George. Thanks for coming along.
Hello, mate.
Have you seen this Founders Day, Alan?
No, haven't seen it. No.
I thought you had, but I'm actually getting mixed up with the Jester for some reason.
I've seen Thanksgiving. I've seen that one. And I've also seen the Jester. Well, I preferred Thanksgiving more than the Jester. I thought the Jester wasn't much cop at all. But I have seen Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I thought Thanksgiving was great.
Oh yeah. Kept you guessing right to the end.
Sorry, Alan.
It kept you guessing right to the end, didn't it? Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, Sam, have you seen Founders Day?
I haven't even heard of that one, mate. Thanksgiving, I really do want to check out, though. I've heard that was like the best. Was it meant to be like the best horror movie of like last year? Hailed by a lot of people.
It was one of them, I thought.
Sorry, Jordan.
I thought it was one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, like if not that, then probably Evil Dead Rise, which I absolutely love. That was one of my favorite films of last year. Yeah, Thanksgiving I've heard is really fantastic. So I probably will. You know what? I'll probably watch that like around like the September, October time, Jordan, because that's kind of like my favorite time to watch horror movies. And again, like Thanksgiving, and then I want to dive back into the Friday the 13th film series around that time as well, definitely.
Yeah. The Friday the 13th franchise is so fun, mate. What do you guys think of a Mickey Mouse slasher movie coming out then?
I think I'll reserve my judgment till I actually see it.
It is coming.
Yeah.
Hey, I've just thought of something. What about a goofy vampire, a goofy Dracula? You know, goofy teeth. It's possible.
Maybe. Anything's possible with the films they make nowadays, isn't it?
It is.
I think you've seen it all, and another mad one comes out.
I know, exactly. Yeah. I think what they do as well, I think they mix genres as well. They throw everything into the pot, and they pull out. I would say, we'll pair Sleeping Beauty with the werewolf. You know, I think they do that. You know, half the time, just put everything into the pot and just pull something out, and whatever they like, they just make a movie of it. Yeah. Cool.
What do you think then, Sam?
Do you know what, mate? Mickey Mouse slasher film, Yeah, count me in, man. I definitely would go and see that. Again, I would have to be like, you know, with like, I feel I have to see that at the cinema to maybe enjoy it more with like a sort of like a good crowd, like, you know, the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey double bill that I went to. And it might turn out to be a bit of a bad like movie, but maybe again one of those bad movies you can forgive it for how entertaining it is, just like the first Blood and Honey movie. So hopefully it will that will be the result. But I'm looking forward to that. And you know that Steamboat Willie movie, Jordan, I think I was like told, isn't it the guy from Terrifier is he directing or acting in that?
No, are you getting confused with the Grinch? Because he was actually playing the Grinch in a Grinch horror movie that came out last year. Not that one. I might be wrong. He might be in this Steamboat Willie one, but I haven't heard nothing about that.
Yeah, I was told because oh God, Jordan, what's his name? Is it David Gordon or
David Howard Thornton?
That was him. Yeah, that's him. Like someone told me, like they commented on one of my videos. It was that double bill review I did, and said that it's going to be him. I think that's directing or acting in this Steamboat Willie movie. So yeah, but I'll definitely be checking it out. Definitely.
Yeah. So will I. I mean, as much as I think it's a cash grab, I'll still check it out. I can't help myself. We're getting Maxine at the same time as the States, are we? I honestly thought that was a month later. Well, I hope you're right there, Si. I really do. But that's the first I've heard, mate. Did you guys know that we were getting at the same time as the States?
I'm not too sure, mate. I was going to say to Jordan, if Mia Goth was having a Pepsi Max right now, it'd be Pepsi Maxine. There we go. I thought I'd just chuck that one in there. Was a bit of a bad one, that wasn't it, mate?
I'm not saying that, mate. Alan liked it. He's laughing.
Thank you, Al.
So David C says, has anyone seen the Daisy Ridley movie, Young Woman in the Sea? It's my favourite film of 2024 after Challenges and June 2. Wow. Well, this came on at my Odeon for like one night last week, I think. And I just haven't seen any advertisements for it or anything, but I think someone else in the Big Paulie page said it was actually a good film as well. So you seen this one, Alan?
No.
What about you, Sam?
I haven't, mate. It did look really good, though. Really interesting. I think, is it Olivia Colman and Stephen Graham are in that as well? So I think it's got a very solid cast. So I might have to, check that one out. Definitely at some point. I'm not sure if I'll go to the cinema to see it, but definitely one I would consider watching it in future. Definitely.
Right. Okay. That's some high praise. So I'll have to check it out. Blue Roy Movies. Hello, Roy.
Hello, Roy.
Evening, guys. Nipping in to say hi. Thanks, mate. Really enjoying your videos lately, mate.
Hey.
David C says, please rank the last 4 Planet of the Apes films. You've seen the first 3, Alan? Have you seen the new one?
I've seen the first 3 a couple of years ago. I've just got the 4K box set of the first 3. I've got to check them out. Yeah, I don't remember too much about them because I say it's been a couple of years since I last saw them. So once I've done them, I'll probably do a ranking of them. So it's a nice set, 4K set and that. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I've seen your latest pick-up video, mate. I've just jumped in because I've seen someone in the garden. It was my wife. Just jumped. I thought it was someone else. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, so I seen you pick that up, mate. It's a nice little box set, that.
Yeah. I like the series. I like the series as well, and I like the old Planet of the Apes as well.
Would you not be up for ranking them the latest 3 because you can't really remember them, or?
I can't really remember the last 3, so that's to rewatch them. I'll say I'll watch the 4K. And once I watch the 3 4Ks, I'll probably do a ranking of them. But get as far as the old ones, I'd really have to go through them like a fine tooth comb because it's been quite a few years since I watched them as well. So I'd have to watch them and sort of like form my opinion of each one. So yeah, I do it that way basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Sam? Can you rank the last 4 Planet of the Apes films for us?
If it's okay, Jordan, I might not just rank them like on this stream, only because and I hope I didn't come across as rude there, mate, only because I'm
got a video
doing a ranking video of the movies, and do you know what? I'm even trying to figure out myself how to like rank these movies as well, because I think the last 4 have been really great, to be honest. But yeah, I think definitely, I will just say the newer trilogy is definitely going to be right up there. I don't know in which order, and I really enjoyed Kingdom. That's one of my favorite films of the year. And yeah, I'm going to say I really hope the original 5-film run gets like the 4K like treatment at some point. It definitely deserves like a 4K like lavish box set of that. It's one of my favorite film series, mate. I absolutely love it. Watched the original for the first time last year, and I've already seen it 5 times now. It's absolutely incredible. I'd need to because I've been thinking about my soundtrack collection videos, Jordan. I need to get the soundtrack from Jerry Goldsmith on vinyl. That score is incredible, and the composer Leonard Rosenman, who did the score for Beneath the Planet of the Apes, that is probably just the score to that is just on the similar wavelength quality as the first film for me. So yeah, fantastic film series, definitely.
Okay. Well, I've seen that first one once years ago on TV. I'll have to watch it again. It's on Disney Plus, I think. Yeah. David, I'll try and rank them for you quickly. Okay, so the 4th place will be the newest one. I wasn't massive on it, to be honest. I thought it was a bit slow. It took a while to get used to the new characters, but it was good. It was good. I give it 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I didn't love it as much as everyone else, but it looked amazing and everything. Great voice work or whatever. Pretty good third act as well. I would put War of the Planet of the Apes 3rd. I really like the first one, Rise, and I would put that 2nd. I really like the setting in the zoo and stuff like that. And the first one is probably Dawn. I think most people would probably agree with Dawn being the best. So yeah, that's my ranking, mate. I've only ever seen them all once, though, to be honest. So Cy goes on. Here's a question for Alan now. Cy Robson says, have any of you seen Late Night with the Devil? That's my favourite movie of the year so far.
Totally agree. Brought something fresh. I was hooked right from the very beginning. And yeah, there's just I just had a little bit of an issue like you, Jordan, with the ending. I thought the ending could a little bit of tweaking. It could have been a bit better, but on the whole, I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come out. Yeah, it was great to sit down and watch a horror movie that did something really different with the genre, even though it was a found footage. It was just a great watch, and that bloody creepy girl that came on. Oh my god! And the part where the fella, he sort of like puts the fella into a trance and the worms come out of his belly. Oh, it's a good job I wasn't having me tea when I was watching that. Great movie, yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
Totally, it's my favorite horror movie of the year so far as well. I loved it.
Yeah. I love it as well. It's great. Yeah.
What about you, Sam? Have you seen this one?
I haven't, mate. I've heard really great things about this. Oh, definitely. Cy has been singing this film's praises. He's saying, "Oh, Sam, you've got to check this film out, man." And is it getting a UK Blu-ray release? Do you know, Al?
Oh, I hope so. Around about September, I should imagine, October.
Yeah, I hope so as well, because I really want to check it out. Yeah.
Bound to.
Is it?
I've seen Umbrella Entertainment from Australia bringing out a big boutique box set. It looks amazing. Get a TV guide stuff with it and everything. Yeah. And I've just seen that there's another one coming out. I don't know if it was Germany or something, but there is another version coming out. But I don't think we've had a UK announcement yet. But I do think they will bring it out because it's such a popular film.
Got to, haven't they? They've got to bring it out. And there wasn't only the horror elements I enjoyed. The horror, it was really good. I also liked, I liked the interaction between the characters. You know, the main fella that was doing a chat show, when he went backstage and that, the sort of like you know, the sort of like arguments he was having and that, you know, and then there's other aspects of the cast as well, which I thought were very, very well done, very well drawn out and that, you know. So yeah, it wasn't just the horror elements. I enjoyed the interaction and out with the characters and that, you know, it was really, it had many layers to it, that movie. And oh yeah, I'd definitely watch it again. Yeah. But as I say, I'm going to add it to my collection. So
yeah.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, definitely recommend that one, Sam. It's great. I agree, Alan.
I can't wait to watch it. I'll definitely look forward to watching it.
Yeah.
Does anyone here have a favourite Lars van Trier movie?
Never heard of them.
There's a couple I really enjoyed. There was one. It was kind of like an end of the world sort of scenario, sort of movie. It had Kirsten Dunst in it. And it is one I've been meaning to go back and rewatch. I mean, I have to be in the right mood to watch his films because a lot of his films, Jordan, it's got a very depressing, sort of bleak monotone to it. But Melancholia, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. It had good cast to it. It was like a wedding as well, I think. And yeah, there was some strange things like chucked into the blender when it came to that movie, but I did quite enjoy it. And one of the most bleakest films I've ever watched, but I did really like it. I thought it was kind of fantastic at the same time. And Breaking the Waves, which was Emily Watson's debut role in that film. It was like set in this Scottish coastal village, and yeah, that was really fantastic. I got that on 4K like last year, and it did not need to be the runtime though, Jordan. I think it could have easily been trimmed down by 20 minutes because there were some pacing issues, but the acting was impressive, and yeah, it was really good on the whole. Definitely. I don't know what other movies I'm gonna say. I know how much Nige loved that film, The House That Jack Built.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't really remember too many films that he's done, but the House That Jack Built is one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just joking when I said that, Jordan. I was going to say Nigel hated that film. And
there's a picnic scene in that film, though, that I've heard about that I really want to see. I don't know what happens, but it's something to do with a picnic or something.
And I think it's something. From what Nige told me, there was something to do with like a guy playing like a piano or something. That kind of was a bit repetitive after a while, but yeah, I might check out out of curiosity. I don't particularly want to watch Antichrist though, Jordan, because I've heard that is a really rough watch. I don't know if you've seen that one, bud.
No, but I do want to watch it because I like watching the extreme horror films. I mean, it's really bad. Like, I haven't seen any of his films. I'm just getting them up now. I haven't seen any of them, but Antichrist and The House That Jack Built are two that I would watch. I'm not really sure on all the others. I don't really know if I've heard of many of them. So yeah, but I do want to see the Antichrist. I do.
And I would revisit what is it? Because I don't think I've seen the film all the way through. Dancing in the Dark with Bjork in it as well. Probably would rewatch that, revisit that one at some point as well. Definitely.
Right. You haven't seen any, Alan, have you?
I haven't, Jordan. No.
Tom, thanks so much for coming along. Mate. Happy birthday for yesterday, by the way.
Oh, happy late birthday, bud.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, great lad. Thanks for coming along, mate. I love VHS. I grew up with the VHS classic box artwork. Yeah, I mean, I used to love the Elm Street artworks. I think Graham Humphrey's done. Freddy's Revenge was one that stood out with the bus underneath and stuff. I used to love that.
That's great. Freddy's Revenge, one of my favourites, that one.
Yeah.
It's very, very dark. He's very dark in that one, isn't he, Freddy? Yeah. Very dark. Yeah. I like the first three Freddy movies, but after that Dream Master, it just went right down for me. I think he made him a bit too comedic, you know. Some people might enjoy that aspect, but it wasn't for me. I liked him in the first three, but after that, I just lost interest.
Yeah. I've only
great character. I must say he's one of the greatest horror characters ever created. But it's just a pity he got crap storylines, you know, after part three.
Yeah, the first three are the best. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I like New Nightmare as well, though. I think that's all right.
Oh, New Nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say I've only seen the first three, Jordan, which a bit like with Halloween is like the best and nothing can top it afterwards in the film series. But I've heard, as I say, New Nightmare's meant to be pretty solid as well. And do you know what, Jordan? I was thinking about this because, as I said to you earlier, I really want to get like some VHS tapes, like just for the artwork alone. I might consider getting a VHS combines TV at some point, just to tap into that nostalgic territory there. But some of the VHS tapes I'm eyeing up on eBay is some of the Elm Street ones. Dream Warriors is one of them, and Freddy's Revenge, the second one. Oh, the artwork is so lush on that. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. It's like animated, isn't it? Sort of. Looks great.
Yeah.
Would you get? Sorry, Jordan. Would you consider getting some VHS tapes back into your collection just for the artwork alone?
I'll be honest, Sam, probably not. If I wanted the artwork, I might get it in a frame and stuff. I've got it's one, it's room, and two, I don't want to get into collecting too many different things because I just know I started collecting pop vinyls at one point and I just couldn't stop. And they've just brought out some RoboCop ones now, and I just know I've got to get them. And I'm already collecting lots of Blu-rays and 4Ks. I collect games as well a little bit. So I'm happy with that, mate. I mean, it becomes too expensive, doesn't it? And some of the prices that VHSs are going for now, probably. I mean, I haven't looked into it too much, but I can imagine there are some quite expensive ones. The only VHS I own RoboCop, which was sent to me by my friend Tony. And I own the original Star Wars VHS box set. I got that when I was like 7 years old, and I've kept all the mainly to see if it goes up in price, but it hasn't. But I think that's still a cool little bit of nostalgia to keep hold of, that Star Wars original box set, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
My sister Molly is here. Thanks so much, Molly, for coming on.
Yeah.
She says, "Great live, guys." Thanks so much, Mol.
Yeah, it's been a great stream, Jordan. Really enjoying it.
I can't believe what an hour and 15 minutes has gone already. By the way, guys, while we discuss the time, how good are you for time? I mean, I don't really want to go further than 11 o'clock, but what's good for you, Stu?
That's fine. Up to 11 is great.
Yeah, definitely, Jordan. I was going to suggest another 5 hours if you're up for it.
If it was a Friday or Saturday night, maybe I would. Cy Robson says there is a Peter Rabbit horror. It's voiced by James Corden.
Oh God!
Oh, he's talking about the latest Peter Rabbit films, isn't he?
I've not seen them. No, I've not seen them.
Right, I might get in trouble for this one here, but Jordan, since you rated the Friday the 13th remake as your favourite, which I did. A lot of people disagree with that. Is there any other remakes you prefer over the original? Yes, there's quite a few actually, but have you got any, Alan? Any remakes that you prefer over the original?
Well, the first one that springs to mind is the remake of the Amityville Horror, because I found the 1971, although it was good, I found it quite slow in parts. I did prefer that. I think they made it in 2005, the remake. So
I do. Reynolds in?
Sorry,
Ryan Reynolds. Is Ryan Reynolds in this one?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I prefer. That's my number one remake, the Amityville Horror. I'm just trying to think of any others. There's not all that many really, but that's the number one. The Amityville Horror. Yeah.
What about you, Sam?
Oh yes, I'm trying to think if there's any others I prefer over the original. Oh, a couple that springs to mind, of course, Jordan, The Fly from David Cronenberg, and of course, I would maybe consider the greatest remake of all time, John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely love that film with all my heart, and I still really enjoyed the original though from 1953 from Howard Hawks. I did really enjoy that one, but I'm just thinking, mate. Yeah, if there's any other remakes I preferred over like the original.
I watched the Howard Hawks one like last year, I think, and John Carpenter remade that movie in a way a remake should be made. Like, he changed the story around, didn't he? Like, it wasn't just this monster that was it was like this thing that was infecting people and stuff, and or going into taking over people. I think that's how you do a remake. You change it up a little bit. I think
it's class. Yeah,
it's not in my. It's never been in my top 10 horror movies or anything like that. But I do think it's a very solid horror movie, and it's a great remake.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just thought of another one, the Hills Have Eyes remake. I thought that was better than the 70s one. Again, I thought the 70s one dragged. It had pacing problems. The original, but the Hills Have Eyes remake. I wasn't too keen on the second one, but I loved the first one. Yeah.
I agree with that, Alan. I prefer the remake of Hills Have Eyes. I think it's definitely in one of the best remakes. I've actually been working on a horror remake video, what I prefer over the original, and I wrote about 8 down, but now I'm live. It's gone totally blank. But Last House on the Left, I actually preferred the remake over that. I know that's probably a little bit of a hot take there, but I do like the original.
Yeah, that had more of a grainy look, didn't it? The original, sort of like that very grainy, so that you could tell it was made in the 70s. But I loved the both of them. Yeah, I loved both of them.
I think the Friday the 13th is better than the original. I do like the original. I've got a lot of nostalgia for it, but I watched it again the other day because I'm rewatching them again, and there's a lot of problems with that film. And it's great. It's classic horror. But there's so many things that happen in it that just are nothing. Like this woman will be making a cup of coffee, walking around the room for like 2 minutes, and then they'll go and kill a snake in the hut because they're all scared of the snake. And then they'll just be talking shit, and it just nothing to do with the story. So I've noticed that a lot on the more I rewatch it. And I must say, the ending is... You know when Jason jumps out the lake and takes it off the boat?
Out the water. Yeah.
One of the greatest jump scares ever, and I just think the movie should have ended then. But then it goes on to being like she wakes up in the hospital and stuff, and it's like, why didn't you just end the movie right there?
That's nice. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, and I watched your video, The Strangers, as well. You know, the original Strangers. You made some good points there. About although I do like the movie, it does have its problems, as you rightly said, and that, you know, I mean, the guy, like, I mean, he's sort of like, he's a little bit laid back about it, really, wasn't he? You know, but you made some good points about The Strangers. He's right there, you know,
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Another remake I prefer, I know we spoke about it, is The Evil Dead. Definitely prefer. I know a lot of people loved the original Evil Dead, but I just prefer the remake personally. There is more because I wrote them down, but just can't think of them at the top of my head now. I can't think of any non-horror remakes, to be honest.
I'm trying to think. What was that for the original?
I'll say one I really, really hated. You most probably got an idea. When I say Dracula in the 90s, you most probably got an idea what I'm going to say. The Gary Oldman one. I did not like that. Oh, I didn't like that at all. No, I didn't like it. Did you guys like that? Have you seen it?
Never seen it.
I've not.
There's only one Dracula for me. That's Christopher Lee.
Yeah, do you know what, Al? I've got a bit of a sin to confess here. I've actually not seen like most of the Dracula films, and do you know what? No, man, and I definitely need to, especially the one with Christopher Lee, because he's a fantastic actor, and I know that's definitely a legendary staple of horror, Hammer horror as well, definitely. But you know what, Al, I was actually going to ask you what your thoughts was on that 93 remake, and you just like said that. It was like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the way they made Dracula. They gave him goggles and that, and he had this top hat on him, and it was more of like a kind of like a sexy, sensuous Dracula, more than like I like my Draculas to be like ferocious demons and that, because I don't know if you've read the original novel Dracula by Bram Stoker, because in the original novel he's a real monster. There's none of this poster boy Twilight stuff. He's a real demon, and I think the best actor that epitomized that was Christopher Lee. I mean, when I was a little kid, when I first started, you probably know what I'm going to say. I couldn't watch him. He used to put my hand over my eyes like that. And my mum used to say, "You've been waiting all night for Christopher Lee to come on, and the minute he comes on, you're putting your hands over your eyes." And that, 'cause I didn't like the way the blood went into his eyes and his fangs sprouted. But of course, as I got older, I got used to him that. But Christopher Lee. And I'd also say Louis Jordan. He's quite good.
in the 1977 TV series Dracula, and also in his day like Bela Lugosi. Yeah, but apart from I know he wasn't really called Dracula, but Count Yorga, the guy that took Count Yorga off, he would have made a good Dracula. Yeah, but Christopher Lee's my favourite one. Yeah, and I do like the one. I like the one in Salem's Lot as well. Barlow. I like him. He's quite good. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Christopher Lee one, the original, and I wasn't a big fan of the very first Dracula from 1931. Is it? It was okay.
Lugosi.
Yeah, it was okay, but it's not my favorite Universal monster movie. I think there's better ones. But I did like the Christopher Lee one.
I prefer Frankenstein and the Wolfman. I'd say Dracula, as regards to Universal, I'd put the Lugosi Dracula third, but my favourite Universal one is Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, which I think is the greatest sequel ever. It really is. Apart from Psycho 2, of course. That's, that was brilliant, Psycho 2. Let's say the Wolfman. I'm not a big fan of the Phantom of the Opera. I'm not a big fan of the Mummy. But yeah, I'd say Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and Dracula. And if you wanted another one, the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, and the Invisible Man. Yeah.
The Invisible Man and the Wolfman were my favourites, I think. And I wasn't a fan of the Mummy. I thought that was a bit boring.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Never went much on that. No.
What's your method for choosing which film to watch next? Tom asks.
Good question.
That's a good question.
Well, go on, Alan.
Yeah, what's your method for choosing which film to watch next? Well, first of all, I might check out a couple of reviews. I don't like to watch too many because some of them give the whole bloody movie away. Some of them even say the ending. Give a hint at the ending. I would say like I had a lot of hype about Late Night with the Devil. I went to it like with an open mind, and I was pleasantly surprised when I watched that. But I would say the number one thing for me would be story. If it's got a good story, if I think it's got a good story and it's got good characters, I'd be interested. But if it's one of these ones that's full of cheesy special effects and that, and like kind of superhero kind of things, I think I'd have reservations about that. But yeah, I'd look at the story first. I'd read the synopsis and that, and if I liked what I read, that I'd check it out. Yeah. So story and characters, and if you wanted the third one, atmosphere. So they're my criteria. Yeah.
That's brilliant, man. That's really good, Al. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, story comes first with everything. I mean, a lot of those old movies have got good stories, and I absolutely love a good twist. You can't beat a good twist and and one what you don't see coming either. It just sort of like pulls the rug out from under your feet, and you think, oh bloody hell, that was a twist, wasn't it? Yeah.
I agree with the story because this is why I like the new Mad Max movie Furiosa over Fury Road, because there's a lot more story in it. There's a lot more world building. Fury Road is good. I really like it, but it's just a big car chase for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, there's not much story. There's little snippets and stuff. But what about you, Sam? How do you pick your next movie you're gonna watch?
Yeah, that is a really fantastic question. Thanks, Tom, by the way. It's definitely got like me thinking. It's a sign of a really great question, don't you, Jordan, when it gets you thinking and that. Absolutely. And there's been some other great questions, of course, as well. I was going to say, watching reviews definitely, and hearing if it's a lot of like word of mouth and stuff, and if there's a boutique label I really like as well, and and again it's part of the boutique label, I'll make time for it. But it could be like sometimes it could be the cast, sometimes it could be the premise, and like what the movie's about. But then and obviously like going in open-minded and see what the result is and what I think's in a movie. There's all sorts of things, and I do want to do this more, like I'll look at a film that, this is interesting from the cover. I try and not, like tap too much into it, like read too much about it and go into it completely blind as I can. I really want to do that more with a movie and be totally knocked out by it, be totally surprised. I really want to do that a lot more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a fantastic question, Tom. It really is. I think just to one method, if the premise really intrigues me, and I try and avoid a trailer, but if I see a trailer, it'll keep me intrigued either way. and yeah, like it's got like a good solid premise, premise to it, and it's got like, you know, like character and what like where the film is set, and and again, it can be like the cast as well. So all sorts of things, definitely, Jordan. But yeah, I'd say premise is probably a big one for me, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I'm weird. I've got like lists on my letterbox. Like I've got 2024 movies to watch, and anything that I get interested in from this year that come out, I'll put it on that list. And I sometimes look at that. I sometimes look at my Blu-ray list of all my unwatched movies that I've written down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've got them all written down, every one that I haven't watched that on my shelf. So I sometimes look at that. And sometimes I just let my wife pick. But most of the time it's me who picks the movie. So either of them sort of I've got a letterboxed watch list as well, all the movies that, you know, where you can click watch list and it just adds it to the watch list for you. I sometimes look at that. So yeah, mainly them sort of. But the reason I get interested in films is just I read the premise, and if I'm interested, I'll put it on my list. That's basically the way I do it. So yeah, Twilight Limit says hello. Thanks so much for coming along, mate. Do any of Red Romantic says, do any of you own all of a specific actor's filmography on physical media? Very good question. So, Alan, have you got every single Christopher Lee film?
No, I haven't. And he's made tons. He's made a few hundred. I've got a lot of them. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. I've got a lot of Boris Karloffs as well. Susie Kendall, if you want to go to female actresses, I think she's a gorgeous looking girl and a great actress as well. Very underrated actress, actually. She was in The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, and it's also, you know, she was married to Dudley Moore. So yeah, and I like I tell you, I like as well. I like Donna Mills. She's a good actress, and Cheryl Ladd. You know, getting back to the males, Lon Chaney Jr. But I say I haven't got every single movie. I've got a lot, but I haven't got every single movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about you, Sam? Have you got any actors collected all the movies?
Not any that's springing to mind, mate. However, I could say films with actors I do want to get more, like, you know, like from that actor on Blu-ray. Definitely Charlton Heston's definitely one I'd like to check out more of his films. There's one that I've got on my to-watch list, that Touch of Evil on the Eureka label, which is meant to be really good. I've heard really good things about that. I would say probably Tom Hanks as well. There's still a lot of Tom Hanks films I want to get like on Blu-ray as well. I think Forrest Gump being one of them, Private Ryan as well, and probably Barry Keoghan as well. I like to check out more of like films with that guy and Robert De Niro, of course, definitely, because he's one of my favorite actors. I'd love to check out more Robert De Niro films, and I own them on physical media, definitely. Just something like that, really, Jordan.
Yeah. Good answers, mate.
Thank you.
I actually done a Robert De Niro collection ages ago, like all my Robert De Niro movies.
Oh, nice.
But I've actually never set out to get any actors' movies, but last year I did start this with one actor, and I'm trying to get every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. He's my hero growing up, and
fantastic, mate.
There's still a few I have not seen of him, like Conan and stuff. But I've been picking up a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies in the past year or so. Like I picked up Eraser, True Lies, you know. There was so many I picked up. So I'm trying to, and I'm ranking them all on my letterbox as I watch them.
Oh, nice.
My mission is to watch them all.
Yeah.
I'll just add to that, by the way, Jordan. Yesterday I picked up on Blu-ray. The 4K doesn't come with the slip anymore, which is a bit gutting. But I was happy with the Blu-ray for $7.99. I picked up The Running Man on Blu-ray, and I know you're quite fond of that one. So and a lot of other people are with that movie. So definitely, again, one of those classics that I need to get round to, as well as True Lies as well, definitely.
Yeah, it's getting a remake, The Running Man, to be honest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, getting a remake next year. As much as I like that film, I remember watching it last time I watched it. I went, that could actually benefit from a remake, maybe, just because it's all about the TV show, and I think that could be modernized, maybe if everyone was watching it online or something like that. But yeah, it's a good film. Why did man?
Sorry, Jordan.
This is the one. Go on, Alan. What was you going to say, mate?
I've just thought of another top actor, non-horror, Clint Eastwood. I've got a hell of a lot of his movies.
Yeah,
there's a couple of turkeys what he made. Yeah, like the Bridges of Madison County. That's not my collection. I didn't like that one he made where he was transporting drugs over the border.
It's a mule.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. But my favourite ones are the Dirty Harry, the spaghetti westerns. I like Tightrope. I wasn't too keen on the ones he made with the monkey. Wasn't too. My mum likes them. I'm not Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah. Wasn't too keen on them. But yeah, I've got a hell of a lot of Clint Eastwood's movies. Yeah, the war ones he made as well, where Eagles Dare. Yeah, so I'd add Clint Eastwood into the mix there. Yeah, got loads.
You know, one of my favourite Clint Eastwood films is In the Line of Fire. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, where he's protecting it's a political one, isn't it? Where he's protecting protecting presidents. I haven't seen it for ages, but he's in in the government, isn't he? Yeah, it's a good one.
John Malkovich wants to assassinate the president.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a couple. I've got the Blu-ray of that. I'll have to give that a rewatch. Yeah, it's a good one.
Great film.
Yeah. Oh, the one The Beguiled where he gets the mushrooms. If you haven't seen it, I won't reveal the ending. It's very, very sad.
That one, maybe.
Yeah, I won't tell you about that. Yeah.
There's a big Clint Eastwood box set out there, isn't it? James from Movie Bug's got it, hasn't he?
Mike, I think Axeman as well. Yeah.
White one. I've got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white one. Yeah.
You might just own all of his movies, then, Alan. I'm sure every one of his films is every one of his films in it.
No, not every one. Only the main ones, like Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Movies like that, and the one with the westerns he made in the 60s and that, and the Eiger Sanction. They're not all in it. There's only a limited amount. It's only about that big, really. Yeah. Okay. But there's a big, massive one as well, isn't there? A great big giant one that's got virtually every movie he's ever made. Yeah. I haven't got that one, but I've just got the small white one. I think there's about 12 movies in it. Yeah. I've always loved him. Always been a huge fan of him. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, Al, that is another actor that I need to spend more time with. I need to check out more of like his filmography. As I say, Good, Bad and Ugly, probably.
Oh, that's like. Do you know what? That's my number one favorite. Now, I'm not a huge Western fan, but I love the Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and that ending I think is fantastic. It really is fantastic. Yeah.
If I was to pick a favorite Western, mate, it would definitely be that. I absolutely love it. I saw it on the big screen last year, Al. It looks phenomenal on the big screen. Again,
it's a big scroll and epic. It's a big scroll and epic, isn't it? Yeah, big scroll and epic.
Phenomenal, mate. And even the 3 hours just fly by, to be honest. I absolutely love it. Again, another soundtrack as well, Jordan. I need to get on vinyl, definitely, for that one. And that needs a 4K over here as well, definitely. I'm sure they'll do something special for the movie's 60th anniversary, definitely. But Clint Eastwood.
I've got those three. The Spaghetti Trilogy. I've got them on 4K from Kino Lorber. You know Kino Lorber.
Oh yeah.
I've got them. Yeah, I've got the three. I've got the trilogy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love them.
What did it look like on 4K, Al?
I haven't watched them yet. Do you know what? I've got a big shelf there with all movies to watch, and it's building up and building up. I'm always buying bloody movies when I go out on a Saturday afternoon. I'm in HMV. I'm on Amazon. I'm on eBay. I think it's my number one bloody hobby, buying movies all the time, as well as I've got a big load I've got to get through. Yeah. But I love those westerns. I've watched them. Obviously, I know them because I've watched them countless times. I like the one with the watch as well, when he puts the watch down and he's got that bandit, and when it stops, they've got to pull with their gun. But I love them. Yeah, fantastic. And I'll be very interested to see what they look like on 4K.
Oh, I can imagine it'd be breathtaking, mate. I've seen Good, Bad and Ugly, but I've not seen them. Is it Fistful of Dollars and a Few Dollars More? I've not seen them too, but
a fistful of dollars on a few dollars. A fistful of dollars on a few dollars more. Yeah.
A Fistful of Dollars. That's been my ringtone for like 20 years.
That's it. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. The music, like, Grace. Yeah. Morricone.
Yeah. What do you think of them movies, Jordan? The Man with No Name trilogy?
I've only seen them all once. I remember liking the second one the best for a few dollars more. But I would really like to rewatch these. I've got the box set upstairs on Blu-ray. I would like to give them another go. But it was a long time ago when I watched them. Long time. Like I said, I've had the ringtone for I'd say more like 15 years. That was when I watched it. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
It was like when the start of Blu-rays came out. I think that's when I sort of picked it up. And that's when I watched them. So it's been a while. So I'll have to give them another go.
Yeah, I need them in the collection, definitely.
This is the big question of the year, really. Twilight Limit says, why did Max Furiosa bomb at the box office? Now, a lot of films are bombing at the box office, really, aren't they? Like Fall Guy.
Won't be a minute, guys. I'm just in it and downstairs. Won't be a minute. Okay. See what you say.
I don't know the answer to this. I've got my thoughts on reasons why it might have bombed, but I mean, this is like an hour discussion. I could do an hour video on why I think the box office is bombing. What are your thoughts, Sam? Why do you think it's bombing?
Do you know what, mate? I really don't know him. Because I haven't seen the film, and do you know what? I didn't even know it bombed at the box office, to be honest. But it seems to be going that way, unfortunately, for a few movies, especially. I think the big one last year was what was it? Mission Impossible. That was a big one. I think that did that flop at the box office last year. I think that was a prime example, wasn't it?
I don't know if it still made money, but it was nowhere near what they thought it was going to be. So it's a massive question, mate. It really is. I think a lot of it has got to do with movies coming to download digitally about 3 weeks after it's released. Like The Strangers Chapter 1 is on there already. You can go and download that movie. You can illegally watch it. Now, I'm not saying you should go and illegally watch it, but a lot of people do it. And they're on there 3 weeks after the cinema, So The Fall Guy, 3 weeks after the cinema, it's available on digital and stuff.
That could be it.
It's
especially films on Disney Plus as well, shortly come after, is it 2 or 3 months after its cinema release? And I would still happily, go and support a movie, regardless if it comes I don't have Disney Plus anymore, unfortunately, Jordan. But 2 to 3 months after its cinema release. But it's a film I really want to go and see, and I've heard really good things about it. Or I'm at least interested in seeing it. I'll still go see it in the cinema, regardless, definitely. But I had no idea Furiosa bombed at the box office, man. I thought that did quite well, but no, that's definitely passed me by, that one.
Yeah, it's not doing too well at all, and it's the second best movie of the year for me, just behind Dune 2. So it's a shame. But we could go on all day about this. There's so many factors why I think it is. The prices of tickets for some people now. I don't find it expensive because I've got a limitless pass. It's £18 a month, and I go all the time. So for me, that's actually a bargain. But if you go on one time with kids and the ticket price, I think someone put it up before. It was £23 to go and see Inside Out 2 with your kid. If you want to take your kid, it's £23, and that's just for the tickets. So if you've got 2 kids, it's £30, and you've got to go and buy sweets and stuff like that. It's coming to £40 or £50 to go and see a movie. So there's a lot of factors. Have you got any thoughts on this one, Al? Or
what's this? You're talking about cinema now, going to the cinema.
Mad Max. It's not just Mad Max, but a lot of films are struggling at the box office at this moment in time. Right. Why do you think that is? Or
well, I think if you want to bring Disney into the equation, I think where they've gone wrong, I think it's all this woke nonsense. We've all got our own opinions on it, haven't we? I think they've lost a hell of a lot of money with changing all the characters and all this gender rubbish and that, So I think that's been a big contributory factor to movies losing millions and millions of pounds, but particularly Walt Disney. Any other kind of movies, I haven't been to the cinema for years, so I can't really comment too much about the actual cinema, the whys and wherefores. But I know the woke's done a hell of a lot of damage to the cinema industry, you know, especially that Doctor Who, you know. Oh my God, I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, but all the what's the names on Facebook, you know, the videos and that, you know, it's getting some really bad reviews, you know. You Doctor Who.
I've seen a few people complaining about it, but I'm just not a Doctor Who person at all, so I wouldn't even know what to talk about.
No.
Twilight Libbert says, I haven't got around to seeing Mad Max or Planet of the Apes yet. Mad Max is great. Have you not seen Furiosa, Sam?
I haven't, mate. The reason why I haven't now, I think the first time I watched Fury Road, Jordan, I can't lie, I wasn't a big fan. I saw it at the cinema, and I think it maybe just was the cinema experience. I think it just caught me on the wrong day, did that movie. But it's been 9 years since I've last seen it, so chances are I'm bound to like it a lot more now. But not only that, the Mad Max movies, I want to go back and like revisit like 1, 2, 3, and then Fury Road before Furiosa as well. So that's another film series I need to like delve into as well, Jordan. And do you know, Jordan, I think for you anyway, would you say another remake you prefer over the original would be Dune?
Yes, 100%. I don't like that David Lynch Dune movie at all.
I've not seen it. To be fair, the original.
It's boring. It's a mess. It tries to do too much. And what I like about Dune and Dune 2, it's stretching the story out a little bit. It's sort of explaining a little bit better. It doesn't all try and cram it in. I love David Lynch, but I'm just not a fan of that first Dune film at all. It's my least favourite film by him, to be honest. I would say the remake's better.
Yeah, it's the only David Lynch film I've not seen, actually, to be fair, bud. And the remake, again, from Denis Villeneuve, again, do you know what, Jordan? When I saw that movie, I saw it at the film house in Edinburgh. I was super tired. I was exhausted, man, when I saw that. So I think, again, that was another movie that caught me on the wrong day. But it's definitely one I need to go back and revisit and then watch Dune Part 2, because I know everyone's been absolutely loving that like the last few months. So, yeah, definitely.
The first Dune is definitely a film that is better on rewatch, because I was a bit like, it was okay. Didn't think too much of it. And then I rewatched it just before Dune 2 and I loved it. And then my wife wanted to watch it, so I watched it again with her and I loved it even more. So,
nice.
It's a grower, mate. If you just sit there and get relaxed and pay attention, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
So Cy Robson says, what's your Halloween night movie of choice? For me, it has to be Season of the Witch.
Oh, nice. So
I'll just go to Alan first, because I know he's a horror fan. But on Halloween, Alan, what would you like to movie of choice, or do you not have a movie of choice, or is the one that you like to watch every year?
Well, there's not one particular movie I watch every single Halloween. But having said that, the first Halloween features quite highly in the movies I'm going to watch over Halloween, closely followed by Halloween 2. You know, so I think they could be one big movie, Halloween 1 and Halloween 2. And if you want to factor in the Hammer movies of Dracula, Frankenstein. I love me. You most probably know how much I love me horror anthology movies like Tales from the Crypt, From Beyond the Grave. They would factor in as well. So yeah, I haven't really got one particular movie that I watch religiously, but Halloween does feature. You know, let's put it that way. And of course, I would call your Universal Hammer me comfort, me go-to movies. Everybody's got a go-to movie, haven't they? You can describe it like, I don't know, comfort movies. And the like revisit an old friend, really, because I grew up with all those movies. They're the movies what made me a horror fan, the Universal Hammer, and going back to them again and again and again. It says something about the quality of the writing and that, you know. So yeah, I'd say those few what I mentioned. Yeah. Oh, I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. Your favorite movie, Jordan. I love that one as well. Yeah,
it's my favorite part, mate. Yeah,
that's great. I love it.
Sorry to everyone if you can just hear the kettle in the background. It'll only be 2 minutes, but
set aside.
Yeah, I agree with coffee, Jordan.
He's want a coffee, make them
for a coffee.
I do agree, Alan. Halloween and Halloween 2 go together perfectly as a double bill, don't they? I love Halloween, so I think it's great. But the first one is definitely a movie I would go to on Halloween. But I will come to you now, Sam. Don't worry.
No, it's all right, mate.
One that we seem to watch every Halloween. Yeah. And my wife, who's in the room with me now, she always picks A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, right. I haven't seen it. That's the animation one, isn't it? Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Not seen it, Alan?
No, I'm not into animation. I don't watch them. No.
It's debatable if it's even a Christmas or a Halloween film, but I think it leans. It's a hard one. It does both of them perfectly, to be honest. But what about you, Sam? You got any Halloween ones?
Oof, that is a good question. So, on the 31st of October. Oh man, that is a great question. I think the last couple of years, I think I have gone with The Shining. I try and watch The Shining. It's my favorite horror movie of all time. I absolutely adore it. I would say I probably just prefer the book ever so slightly. I think the book is absolutely amazing. Have you read it, Al?
I've read it a few times. And you made a TV one with Rebecca De Mornay. I just got it on Blu-ray. There's more in that. But having said that, I love both of them. I love the book. I love the Jack Nicholson, and I love the Rebecca De Mornay. I just love the three of them. Yeah.
I really need to check out the 97 miniseries, mate, because Mike Cinema Axeman absolutely loves it, and I think as well, just because it stays so faithful to the book as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jordan. What Kubrick did with that film is still a work of art. It really is phenomenal. For what he did, it's got not to spoil it for you, Jordan, if you do plan on reading the book, but the book does have a different ending to the film as well. There was a couple things in the book as well that was changed around a bit, but the film is still absolutely amazing. I try and watch The Shining every Halloween, but also if I was to do maybe like a double, I don't know, if I was trying to maybe on a couple other years, maybe I try and add The Evil Dead 1 and 2, and on maybe another year, like actually last year, Jordan, get this, I watched The Shining at Tyneside Cinema, and then I went back where I used to live, and I watched I had a double bill of Vampire from 1932 and the original Nosferatu. I try and do a double bill of that every tail end of October now.
Yeah, nice stuff. I think October last year, I just watched horror for the whole month. I didn't watch anything else but horror. It was great.
That was me as well, mate.
Just the atmosphere, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't know what you guys think. Getting back to the original Shining with Jack Nicholson. I think there's only one problem for me anyway. There's only one little problem. It doesn't detract from the movie. Don't get me wrong. I love the movie. There's just one little problem, and Stephen King raised this as well. When they're going to the hotel, when they first go in the car, going to the hotel to take up the job as caretaker, they've made the character, Jack Nicholson's character, a little bit loopy to start off. Now, it doesn't go loopy until he gets into the hotel and the demon starts invading his mind. But I think they slipped up. They made him a little bit strange to begin with. And that was the issue what Stephen King had, with that particular story. You could tell he was a bit doolally before he went into the hotel. He was carrying on and that, But what the premise is, he goes like that the more he's in the hotel, the more insane he goes. So I think that's the only issue I've got with it. But other than that, I think it's a fantastic movie. But that's just the one little issue I've got with it, Yeah,
because. If they make him like that at the start, it makes it look like he's got potential to go that way anyway. But if he's like a more of a family guy, it's even more scarier that the hotel changes him, isn't it? Yeah,
what's really
it's always scary. Personality changes in horror movies are always give you the creeps, don't they? And you start off normal and that, and then you go into this place or they tamper with a Ouija board or something, and then the personality changes. And what makes it more scarier, it's done gradually, not just one big lurch like the Incredible Hulk where he rips his shirt open, where he says, "You wouldn't like me. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry." Bill Bixby, he just rips his shirt and he's the Hulk already. But I think the gradual deterioration of the horror character makes for a more terrifying movie. They grow more and more evil and that. Yeah.
That's why I think Reagan from The Exorcist is perfectly done with that. Like she's like
Yeah.
a really innocent girl, and then she's starting to get like a few little scars on her face. She's starting to change a little bit, and then she just turns into this absolute monster.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You call that the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde syndrome. You know, the personality, good versus evil, fighting all the time. Yeah. But oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love The Shining. I think it's a classic. That's just the one gripe I'd have about it.
Yeah, it's wonderful, Alan. I was just going to quickly say as well, Jordan, what's you know, like that Jack and how he was like in the past, even because he was a bit mad, like in the past. Like you find out about that, like in the past, in the book, and a bit of his back history as well. When he was like a teacher as well, they go into a little bit of an in-depth about like his back history in like the book as well.
I've got the book upstairs. I read like the first 5 chapters or something, and I just stopped. I don't know why. I would like to read it again though.
Oh, it's wonderful.
There's one while we're on the subject, guys, of Stephen King. There's one particular novel I've tried over and over again. I must have been about 4 or 5 times. I just can't finish it, and that's Firestarter. I can't finish it at all. Just can't get into it. No,
I've seen the movie.
Yeah, not one of my favorites.
I need to as well. I've heard, because I love the film for Misery.
Yeah.
I think this, and Jordan, you obviously agree as well. The film for Misery is absolutely splendid.
Oh,
I've heard the book is. Would you say, Al, the book is better to that? Because apparently the book's got a lot more going on in, hasn't it?
The book's a bit more graphic. What she does to his bloody foot, you know, the bloody blowtorch and everything, and I think so. But it's a couple of years since I read the book. But from what I can remember, I think she chops his foot off completely, and she takes a bloody blowtorch to it. Yeah, well, she's even more evil in the book than she actually is in the movie, you know. And I love Pet Sematary as well. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, Pet Sematary.
Great film.
Yeah.
Pet Sematary is creepy.
Yeah, oh, I've not seen the original Pet Sematary, Jordan. Need to check that out.
Really good, mate. Really good. Yeah. It's on the HMV Premium collection thing, so it's never like 2 for $15 or anything. It's worth grabbing.
Is that still in print, Jordan? Because I know, unfortunately, a lot of the sadly, a lot of the HMV Premium titles are like getting like sort of recycled, aren't they? Which is a real shame.
Now you mention it, mate, I haven't actually seen it in HMV for a while. I think there's a 4K as well, though. So, but it's worth checking out, definitely. George Condy says, or a Bugs Bunny horror would be good too. Oh, we're not going to start getting all the Looney Tunes in it, are we? Right, so, okay. Jamie Powell says, David Howard Thorne is Mickey Mouse in Screaming Boat Willie. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, there we go. Ellis says, anyone seen the trailer for Longlegs? Looks genuinely creepy. It's a serial killer movie starring Nick Cage. It's a neon release, so like A24. We don't have a release date for it yet. Right? Have you seen the trailer for this, you two?
No.
I haven't.
Right. I just want to stay away from it, Ellis, because I've heard what the movie's about, and I don't really want to. That's all I need to know, mate. I kind of want to go into this one as blind as possible. It sounds really good. It's Nicolas Cage and Maika Monroe. Don't know if you guys know her. She's from the movie Watcher from last year. And she was in it. She was in It Follows. It Follows.
Not seen that one either.
Right. Okay. Well, she's a really great actress anyway, so I'm hyped to watch that film. It does look a little bit strange, but I'm up for it. Can't wait. But I haven't seen the trailer, Ellis, to be honest. But I think some reviews started coming out today, so maybe the release date is soon. Twilight Limit says, if you could remake one of your favorite horror movies, except gender swap the characters, which movie would you pick? So if you could remake one of your favorite horror movies,
have to think about that.
Oh,
some horror movies shouldn't be touched at all. Like Psycho shouldn't be touched.
And don't forget Suspiria, Alan.
Yeah, Suspiria. Yeah. The Roger Moore one, The Man Who Haunted Himself, that's one of my favourites. That should never be touched. That's a fantastic movie, that. It's more of a kind of like a mystery thriller than a horror. But that's one of my all-time favourite movies, that. When you think he's got a double, but you kept guessing right to the end. You know, that's a great one, that. But I can't think of any offhand. No.
I think what he's saying is as well, if
Yeah.
you remake it, you've got to gender swap the characters.
Oh.
So, if you have to do that, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of gender swap. I don't like the idea of a female James Bond. I don't like the idea of a female Dracula. So no, I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, come on, Sam. Think, Sam. Think.
I'm thinking of a horror movie. There's got to be horror movies out there that. I think that one of your favourites though. Like I'd rather they remake bad movies and make them good. To be honest,
make them better. Yeah, I agree.
So
yeah,
if I had to pick a favourite horror movie, God, and this is hard. This is the hardest question I think I've ever had on a live stream.
What about? I don't know if it's one of my favourites, Jordan, but what about Rosemary's Baby?
I would not touch that movie. I think that's perfect.
Yeah,
I do. You made a series, didn't they? I haven't watched it. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Oh, it's great, Rosemary's Baby. I love it. One of my favourites. That.
Yeah,
I love that.
I need to possibly check out the book of that one as well. I've heard that's really good.
Another big favourite. Yeah, another big favourite of mine from the 60s. You know, Sharon Tate, the girl who got murdered by Charles Manson. She made a good horror movie called Eye of the Devil, which was made in 1965. I'd love to see that remade in colour because the scenery is fantastic. It's in black and white, but I'd love to see them remake that in colour. It'd be lovely in colour. Eye of the Devil. Yeah, good one, that. Of course, you'd have to find someone to take Sharon Tate because she got killed, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of movies now from the 60s or 50s that are some of my favourites, but like I wouldn't remake Psycho. I think that's pretty.
Oh no.
Although the Bates Motel TV series was excellent, and that was like a modern take on it.
Yeah, need to check that out. I'm gonna say, Jordan, unfortunately they already did remake Psycho, and I've heard that was terrible.
Oh yeah. Sorry, but I mean, I wouldn't like to see them do it again.
Nah, definitely not.
God.
It's a really good question, this. I'm trying to think. Oh, my word. What would I'm going to say Sorry, Jordan. I'll quickly just say The Shining. I personally, even though there's possible, there could be another really potentially good remake out there. I think they need to leave that well alone, definitely. And again, Vampire. That could potentially, because the original Vampire is like 70-minute long. So, and it's like a plague on like this. I think it's like this like coastal town or something. I think they could do something that has got potential, because that is one of my favorite like horror movies. And then that is really good. Of course, Nosferatu's getting remade. Although I would have said that, but that's already getting remade now. Yeah. Oh God, mate. I'm trying to think on top of my head. Oh, Jordan, do you know what? I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite horror movies. Potentially Don't Go in the House. Could that make for potentially a solid remake? I think that could work, you know.
Because it's a very low budget film, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of that. It's like Video Nasty, and again, I watched that for the first time earlier in the year. That's really good.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Well, I'll tell you what.
Go on, mate.
Alan was just... Go on, sorry, mate. Go on.
Sorry, mate. I'll be as quick as I can. I think, do you know what, Jordan? I think potentially they could do a decent rendition of Christine, a remake of that, if it was like handled well, if I'm a safe pair of hands of a director. And do you know what? Possibly, again, I really like the original, but Prince of Darkness, that's got potential as well. Maybe he's for a pretty good remake. So just something like that, mate, definitely.
Sorry, mate. Some idiots letting fireworks out there. I don't know where they're coming from. Bloody fireworks. Yeah.
In June.
I know, yeah. Bloody nutters.
gonna say, Jordan, I didn't know it was November already.
Yeah,
they're not welcoming Taylor Swift, are they, to Liverpool?
Oh,
They're coming to Liverpool.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from over that way somewhere, Wallasey, because I live opposite, like by Wallasey. I just had a look out the window. I can't see any fireworks in bloody June. Stupid
I can't.
idiot.
That's mad.
I can't hear nothing here, like, but I'm the other side of the water, aren't I?
Might be, yeah, I don't know where it's coming from.
I think if she was playing Jordan, she's playing at Anfield, I think.
Yeah.
So, but when she's finished, like the set list, finished the show, you'll like this one, Jordan. Taylor swiftly moving on. Did you like that one?
Hang on, won't be a minute. I'm just going to investigate.
Go on, Alan. Okay.
Go on, Al.
Yeah, great question there, though, Twilight Limit. Sorry, I can't give you a definitive answer, but Popcorn and Horror, welcome along, mate. Thanks so much. Evening, fellas. Great to see everyone. I've just got in from work, so missed the start of the stream. Apologies, I'll be catching up tomorrow. No problem, mate. At all with that. Don't expect everyone to watch, of course.
I'll quickly say though, Jordan, great to see Ash back on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, I've been really enjoying his videos of late, definitely.
I must admit, I haven't watched his latest ones yet, but I did used to watch him when he first came on. But yeah, I know he's just come back, hasn't he, like a month ago or something. So yeah. I will get on them soon,
There's
mate.
one of it, yeah, definitely. There's one video you probably would really like, Jordan, that he did recently, which was similar to what you did, which was a great video, by the way. It was sequels that he prefers over the original. I think you would really enjoy that one. Again, a couple of which in there I think you would agree with as well. Yeah.
Sound, I'll have a little look. He's really good on camera and stuff, knows his stuff.
Great guy, yeah.
Red Romantic says, I watched Antichrist for the first time a few months ago. I've seen some messed up things in movies, but be prepared. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch this film, I think, definitely. I just, if horror goes there, I'm going to watch it.
Jordan, there's another film. Beg your pardon, mate. There's another film I've just thought of that I'm really looking forward to, and it's coming before Maxine. Is it Some Kindness or something? The same director of Poor Things. Willem Dafoe is in. Is it Emma Stone in there as well?
Kind of kindness.
I'm really looking forward to that because I love Poor Things, definitely.
I think Alan's gone.
Oh, I hope he comes back. Definitely. It's been great chatting to Alan for the first time, by the way, Jordan.
Yeah, good lad, isn't he?
Yeah, awesome guy.
GeoBeat app says, why has horror had such a poor first half of the year? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. There's been some terrible horror movies this year up to now, but I do think it's going to pick up with Alien, Maxine, Terrifier. But yeah, like Tarot was a bad movie. The First Omen I wasn't big on, to be honest. What do you think about this one, Sam? Have you seen many horror movies from this year?
I can't comment on that one, mate, because there's not been that many. There is one, however, though, Jordan, that is coming out that I'm definitely going to watch. I don't know if you've heard of this one, but I'm so glad this has been brought up now. In a Violent Nature. Yeah. I saw the trailer for that, and I'm definitely going to check it out because it's like a slasher movie, but you've seen it from the antagonist perspective, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, mate. There's a Scream Unseen next week at Odeon, and a lot of people saying it might be that.
Yeah.
Because it came out in America, hasn't it? Like a couple of weeks ago.
I think so.
I'd be made up if it was.
Oh, definitely. You know, like this one, Jordan, I should have known. Should have known.
Yeah, it is a shoulda film, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought you'd like that one, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. I've heard a lot of people say they were a little bit disappointed with it, but I've heard a lot of people say they love it as well. And apparently it's got one of the best slasher movie kills of all time in it, like the way the people are talking. I've seen so many people say about it as well, so they're all agreeing that it is one of the best. So I'm looking forward to that.
What has been your favourite horror movie this year so far, though, Jordan?
Late Night with the Devil.
Oh yeah, of course. I need to say because Si is absolutely loving it, and then I know Andy and I think Craig Bumper. Who else has been absolutely loving it? I think I know you were really impressed with it, and Alan was, of course. So yeah, it's been really good word of mouth about that movie. Has it got like a sort of 70s aesthetic to it? Did you say there, Jordan?
It's like it's basically a 70s talk show made into a movie, and it all has the decoration of a 70s show and everything, the feel of it, the way it's filmed. So yeah, it does it perfectly, mate. Hang on, here's Alan.
It's coming from it's coming from it over by the sports centre. We live by a big sports centre. I don't know if there's some sort of special occasion on, but fireworks in bloody June. I don't know where they're coming from. Sometimes you hear them and you can't pinpoint where they're coming from, but they're coming from that way towards Wallasey.
Now?
What?
Still going on now?
There's still there's a few going off now. Yeah. Oh, I can't.
It is unusual, to be fair, though. Wow.
Like nuclear bombs. Hey.
I was going to say though, mate. To be fair, it is unusual fireworks in June. Though, to be fair.
I know. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Unless they're welcoming Taylor Swift. I don't know. That's just a long shot, you know. Could be anything. It could be a celebration. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it could potentially be Taylor Swift at Anfield tonight, couldn't it, Jordan? That might be it.
I knew she was coming. I didn't know it was tonight, but if it is, it could be that.
Could be, yeah. Oof.
Should we just go for another 10 minutes, guys?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Okay. So Cy Robson says The Thing 82 is the best remake. I mean, a lot of people aren't going to argue with that, are they? A lot of people do think that is the best remake. Not for me personally, but it is one of them.
It's wonderful.
And then Geo Beat App says Evil Dead 2013 is the best horror remake. What do you think of this one, Alan, the Evil Dead 2013 film?
Yeah, I'm curious to know this, actually.
I prefer the original one with Bruce, from the late
80s.
Yeah, I prefer that one.
Yeah, I agree. Well, but I do absolutely love the remake, though, Jordan. I thought it was excellent.
I only like the first two. Yeah, only like the first two from the 80s, and then, not really fussy on the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The Departed is a decent non-horror remake. The original Japanese remake is called Internal Affairs, is that meant to say? Yeah, I've heard of the same sort of movie, aren't they? Internal Affairs and The Departed.
There's a trilogy of them. I've been meaning to pick up. I think it's on Criterion. I've seen that film though, Jordan, and it is excellent. I've only seen it the once. It was about 4 years ago, and it was excellent. And The Departed, brilliant. Love it. Yeah, definitely.
You seen them, Alan?
No, haven't seen them. No.
Twilight Limit says, I know this is off topic, but I can't wait for Euros football next week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You guys?
Might watch the England games, and that's about it. Yeah.
I'll mainly just watch it again, to be honest.
Is our first game on Sunday, Jordan?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Oh, I'll definitely be watching that. And then have we got do you know
Thursday.
what? Thursday. Do you know what, Jordan? This is kind of the best of both worlds. So I'm going to see Star Trek: The Search for Spock at Tyneside on Wednesday, next Wednesday evening. I'm so pleased I made that decision because they had a daytime screening the day afterwards on the Thursday, which I might have gone to, but then I realised, England are playing, so I get to see Star Trek that evening and then England the next day. So 2 cracking days on the road, definitely.
It's 5 o'clock, the Thursday one, I think.
I'm gutted Jared Braithwaite's not making the cut, though, Jordan. Bit gutted about
that. I know. I knew that had happened.
Do you think he's going to stay for us, Jordan? I hope he does.
I think he'll do another year, yeah. I do, personally.
Yeah. And it's a bit, sorry, Jordan, just to quickly say as well, it's a bit up in the air, isn't it, about our takeover at the minute. We'll have to see how that pans out as well.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone, like 5 different people in for us, isn't there? So, it's good. Sounds like good news though. The viewer Drew says, keep watching comedy movies from the 2000s decade, Tropical Thunder, Pineapple Express, and The Hangover. These your sort of bag, Alan?
No.
What about you, Sam?
Do you know what, Jordan? This is awesome because The Hangover, the last time I watched it, I was on the plane back on my birthday, and it was actually when I was on the plane to New York, because I was in New York for like my birthday getaway, and it was amazing. When it was there for 4 nights, and The Hangover was one of the movies that I watched on the plane over there, and I do love that film. To be honest, I can take or leave 2 and 3. I'm not as fussed about them. The first one's great. I do like Pineapple Express, to be honest. That is pretty funny. And I've never seen Tropic Thunder, but I've heard really good things about that. I need to check that one out.
Yeah, pretty good, Tropic Thunder. I've only seen it once, but I've seen The Hangover multiple times. Funny film.
I do
really
like that film, yeah.
Mad the way he went on to make Joker after that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, here's a good one. Cy Robson says, what are some of your favourite twists in a film? Got one there, Alan?
Quite a few. Trying to think. Well, Psycho was a good twist. When I first saw it, I never dreamed he was taking his mother off. So that was a good twist. The way the Wicker Man ended, that was quite a good. I wasn't expecting that. You were going to burn him alive and that bloody that Wicker Man. Just trying to think.
Sorry, Alan. I can hear them fireworks now and like someone singing and everything.
Oh, can you? From your end, from might be to do with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Or it could be Katy Perry just singing firework.
They stopped over
here, Jordan.
They stopped over here now. Yeah. Twists.
Anyway, go on. Sorry, Alan. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, just trying to think of twists. Yeah. What's the name? Had a good one, didn't it? Where it was a Tenebrae, where he was the author and he turned out to be the bloody killer. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That one. The rather rude one. The first sleepaway camp. Oh my God.
Yeah.
When I first saw that, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah. Just to tell you, Al.
Sorry, Al. Sam hasn't seen that.
I was good.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I did trust you, mate. I was just going to quickly say I haven't seen the first sleepaway camp, but I really do want to know, mate. I've heard great things about that first movie.
It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Some of I'll tell you what have good twists in them. Some of the Amicus horror anthology movies, they have good twists. And the Roald Dahl, Tales of the Unexpected. I'm a big fan of Roald Dahl. I've got the big box set of the TV series and Alfred Hitchcock, the Alfred Hitchcock TV series as well. All great plot twists in them. Yeah.
If you want to just carry on, Sam, have you got any?
No worries, man.
I thought my phone was charging what I'm filming it on, but it's not. It's just come up then with a battery warning, so I'm just going to check this out. But if you want to just carry on with a couple of twists, mate, I won't be a second.
Okay. Yeah, plot twists.
I'm trying to think where to start here, Al. Because there are some absolute crackers.
There has, yeah.
If you want to keep thinking away as well, mate, I'm trying to think.
I've just thought of one. Michael Caine, Dressed to Kill, where he was the bloody killer.
That's a good one.
Dressed to Kill, Michael Caine. I've ordered one of his movies, A Shock to the System.
I've heard that's great. I've heard that's really good. I definitely want to check that one out, mate. Yeah, definitely.
That was a good plot twist, yeah. And I like those ones where like you get like the main character and you think he's a hero and he's helping the girl and that, but all through he's really the villain. You know, at the end you think he's really the villain, you know, but you think he's the hero at first, you know, helping the girl and that, you know, but he turns out to be the bad guy. They're quite good. But loads of short stories. There's loads and loads of short stories with plot twists, you know, just oh God.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting thoughts of them all.
But do you know what, Jordan? Come to think of it, Disney Pixar are known for having some really good twists, aren't they? With some of like their characters. I was going to say I'd say Toy Story 3's got a really good twist, even though it's like midway through the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Do you know what, Jordan? That's actually my favorite Disney Pixar film, Toy Story 3.
Same.
I love it. I love it.
One. Have any of you guys seen Shutter Island?
Yeah.
I have, mate, but
seem
not
to remember,
for a very long time.
Years since I saw it. Years. Seems to remember that had quite a bit of a jarring twist.
Yeah.
Shutter Island.
But the other one for me, do you know what, Jordan? I think Knives Out had a pretty good. I don't know if it's one of my favourite twists, but it had a pretty good one that did as well, didn't it?
I seen that coming.
Oh, I didn't. You see,
about halfway through.
I watched it with my wife and went, "Yeah, it's gonna be this person," and it was.
Did you like that one, Al? Knives Out.
I only got about halfway through it and I switched it off because it had a pacing problem for me. So yeah, sometimes if I can't get into a movie, I'll switch it off or fast forward. Yeah.
I think my favourite one I ever saw, I've got to say, I thought the end of the saw was brilliant.
I'll say, yeah.
I don't think you've seen it, have you, Sam?
I haven't, mate.
Right, okay.
But I really do want to. Again, that's another horror movie. Well, debatable if it's actually a horror film or more of a crime detective drama, that one. But I definitely, that is another one, Jordan, that I might make time for during like my horror marathon, late September, October time, maybe. But I was going to say any other cracking twists.
I think Seven's got a good twist. Very good twist.
Yeah, that's a God, I love that movie so much, mate. I think that's getting a 4K as well, isn't it? I've
just thought of another one. The Others with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah,
really good. Yeah. The Others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we just get through the last of the comments then?
Yeah.
More. We'll just quickly go over these ones. Sorry, Brooklyn Shaw. I know you've put quite a few comments in here, mate, but my eyes are really hurting with this light. So, have you seen Midnight Meat Train? I haven't, but I know what it is. The one with Vinnie Jones in it.
Yeah. Vinnie Jones.
Is it good?
It's all right. It's all right.
You seen it, Sam?
No, I got it mixed up with what was it? The Video Nasty. John has talked about that one, Night Train Murders, which is that is a one I definitely need to check out. But I'm debating, Jordan, because now Anthropocalypse and probably butchered that name. Apologies, guys. And Absurd is getting the 4K treatment, so I believe they might do this one on 4K on 88 films as well. But Midnight Meat Train, no, I've not heard about that one until tonight, really. But did you say that was quite good though, Al?
It was all right. It wasn't great. Vinnie Jones. Yeah, it was all right.
I remember the just a dead quick story. You know, the counterfeit people who like make sure you're not buying illegal stuff and stuff.
Okay.
They came to our school once and they said this guy was selling Video Nasties at the market, disguised as other films. And certain people knew about it. They go and buy it and they were really getting a Video Nasty. And she said the name of this one was a movie that will never, ever be approved by the BBFC. And everyone said, what's the film? And she said, it's called Della Notte dei Terror. And I was like, what the hell is that? And apparently it was Night Train Murders. It was the other name for Night Train Murders.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I've heard it's really good, that one, Jordan. I picked up
I think it is actually not banned no more either. So she was just saying she was wrong there. So I think it is legal to buy now.
Yeah. I picked up on it was the 4K Severin edition. Nige did an unboxing of it, Jordan. Was it Butcher Baker? I picked that one up yesterday.
Real looking forward to watching that one. It's a good one.
Is it good, that one, Al?
It's very good, yeah. Oh, it's really good, yeah. I've got I've got the Code Red one with the slipcase. Yeah, it's very good.
Okay. Yeah, I picked up the Severin 4K edition, and you know what? A bit like The Exorcist. I haven't got The Exorcist on 4K yet. What am I doing? But that was like £20. when it came out, and again, it's the same one with the 4K like 7 edition. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to like checking that one out. I'm really like that they're going through all these video nasties and giving them the 4K treatment. Definitely. I need to watch as well, Jordan. House by the Cemetery. I've heard that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you can stand the little boy going, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," you'll be all right.
Do you know what I think's worse, Alan? The way the mum's going, Bob.
Oh yeah, Bob. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah. It's all right. It's all right. I wasn't a massive fan of that one, but a lot of people do like it. Hey Sam, what's your thoughts on Friday the 13th 6 and Child's Play 2? Well, I know you haven't seen Friday the 13th 6, have you, mate? But have you seen Child's Play 2?
Do you know what, Jordan? I haven't seen Child's Play 2 either. However, I don't know if you agree with this one, Jordan, because I know you prefer the second House film to the first one, which House 2 I need to watch, by the way, because I know how much you love that film and I've heard it's great. But no, I've not seen Child's Play 2. I don't know if that was a video nasty, actually.
No, what it was, Child's Play 3 got blamed for the Jamie Bulger killing.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people that just got blamed for it, and a lot of video stores took it off the shelf, so you couldn't get it anywhere. But it was never actually a video nasty. But it sort of like the public sort of agreed to just not have it sold to anyone, basically.
Yeah. I was told. I wasn't alive when it happens, Jordan. Because it was like 98 when I was born. But yeah, I was being told like about the story about that as well. Friday the 13th 6 is a lot of people's favorite, I've heard, in the film series, and if not, I think part 4. See, because I actually love the original Friday the 13th, Jordan. It's one that does get its detractors, though. I think it's, again, one of those film series, and a bit like for a lot of people of Evil Dead, you could say the film series does pick up in quality as it goes along. So it's one I'm really excited to get onto, and especially, you're saying like glowing things about it. Andy, Keith, and Nigel singing that film's series' praises. So yeah, definitely. I'll look forward to that live stream you're doing as well, bud, and the review series on your horror channel, Movie Scrum, as well. Definitely.
Yeah. 6 is my second favorite, to be honest. So just behind the Remake, it is good. What are your thoughts, Alan? Do you like Child's Play 2 and Friday the 13th 6?
I do like Child's Play 2. Yeah, I think it's a good sequel. Yeah, Friday the 13th 6. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of the Friday the 13th franchise. Yeah. I love that box set, that Scream Factory. I think it's really good. That. Yeah.
Probably the best. Probably my favorite piece of physical media now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks great. Yeah.
Brooklyn says, did you know Thor Matthews plays Tommy Jarvis in 4 fan-made Friday the 13th films? Yeah. I knew he was in one of them, but I've only seen one of them, which is Never Hike Alone. But have you seen any of them guys now?
I haven't, mate. No.
Talking about horror novels, did Clive Barker, who did Candyman and Hellraiser, I wanted to ask because he did Midnight Meat Train as well, and Candyman and Hellraiser, just a one book. Because I don't know why Midnight Meat Train didn't have a franchise. Well, I think Candyman only got a franchise because it was a popular movie. I don't think he wrote any more of them. No. I'm not sure about Hellraiser. Alan, can you help me on that one? Did he only write the first one?
I think he only wrote The Hellbound Horse. That was the original novella, The Hellbound Horse. And from that was where that was the springboard for the Hellraiser, the first Hellraiser movie. After that, to my knowledge, he didn't make any more. Just the one, The Hellbound Horse.
He directed Hellraiser as well, didn't he?
He was involved in that. He was involved in some directing, but as regards to literary wise, no. He, as far as I know, he only made The Hellbound Horse, but he was involved in some directing with the movies. Yeah.
Okay. Trevor from Double Bill Movies.
Hello,
Trevor.
mate.
Says, even on that. Cheers, mate, for coming along. And then he says, Midnight Meat Train is really good, similar to Creep and, of course, Deathline with Donald Pleasance. I'm going to have to check out Midnight Meat Train. I actually like films that take place on a train, so I should check it out.
Yeah, I do.
Need to check out as well, Jordan. What is it? The Lady Vanishes from Alfred Hitchcock. That's meant to be really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've seen a handful of Hitchcock. Like, I've seen about 5 or 6 of them. I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Again, Alfred Hitchcock again is another one where a director that I need to spend more time with in terms of like his filmography. I've got that Blu-ray box set about 13, 14 of his movies, but there's so much more of his films that I like to dive into, definitely.
I'm the same, mate, because each one of them I've watched, I've liked, and he directs them really well. You a fan of Alfred Hitchcock, Alan?
Oh, absolutely love him, yeah. My 3 favourite Hitchcock movies are Psycho, The Birds, which I think is absolutely awesome, and Frenzy, the one with the necktie killer in the 70s, played by Barry Foster. They're my 3 favourite Alfred Hitchcock movies. Yeah, I'll tell you what I've got there. I've got the what's the name one with Vertigo. I've got to watch that one on Blu-ray. Vertigo. I love those three what I just mentioned. The Birds, it's got that sort of ending because you think to yourself, what made them attack and that, because you're thinking all sorts of that. I think he left that open-ended, really. You've got to make your own mind up. Why did they suddenly start attacking everywhere? So I love The Birds. I think it's a very well done movie, yeah.
The Birds is great. There's really creepy moment where they're all waiting outside the school, I think.
Oh, God, yeah. So, yeah. They all come one by one, don't they, on the bloody monkey bars. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. I think my favourite Hitchcock film for me, Jordan's got to be Rear Window. I absolutely adore that film.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Really
good, isn't it, Al?
Yeah, James Stewart. Yeah, it's a great one, that.
Oh, it is.
North by Northwest is a really good one as well.
I've not seen
I always remember, where the plane zoom and he's in the wheel, he's in the open space, isn't he? Trying to get away from the bloody plane. Yeah. Good. Cary Grant. Yeah. Like that one.
Really good, Sam. It's like he's been he's sort of been framed for something and he's kind of trying to find out the whole mystery. It's really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I did watch one with Cary Grant and John Fontaine, which was really good, Jordan. Pretty underrated. Suspicion. Again, that had a little bit of a twist in that film as well. That I did quite ago.
Saw that years ago. Don't remember too much about that one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. That one, I really enjoyed that one. And as I say, so like Rear Window would be my favourite, and then I think I would go Vertigo, and then I think The Birds would probably be my third favourite. Definitely if I was to do a top 3 there.
Yeah.
Jamie says, fantastic scene tonight, guys. Thanks for a great chat. Gonna send Alan Imaginary a subscriber mail.
I tell you, Jamie, what you can do if you're so generous, when either Late Night with the Devil comes out on Blu-ray or Terrifier 3, I know it's a couple of months away, you can send me a copy of them. I wouldn't be averse to refusing them. I must probably get them myself, but yeah, thanks very much anyway, but no thanks.
I will just quickly... Sorry, Jordan. I'll just quickly add as well. Great to see Jamie back on YouTube as well.
Yeah. Glad to see you sorted things out as well, mate. On
absolutely.
Cy Robson says, nighty night, guys. Night.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks for all the questions, mate. Lady Vanishes original is fantastic. The remake with Sybil Shepherd and Elliot Gould isn't bad either. Hitchcock's The 39 Steps with Robert Danner I've seen over 20 times. Classic.
Watch that. Yeah.
Rope is great also. That's one I really want to check out.
That's
I think
really good.
Is that one of his first ones or his first?
I think with Rope, wasn't that 1948?
Was it the 40s or 50s? Late 40s, early 50s, I think. I don't remember too much about it, to be honest.
With Jimmy Stewart, it's just set in one room, Jordan, like throughout the film. And
like
it's
a stage play.
I definitely clocks in like under 80 minutes. Fantastic film.
Don't they have a dead fella? They have a dead fella in the trunk, don't they, I think, from what I can remember? They have a dead fella in the trunk.
Right at the start of the film. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Do you know what? I've seen the remake of this, Al, but I've not seen the original. But
Yeah.
Is it the man who knew too much? I've seen Hitchcock's remake,
Oh, the one with
but not his original.
Doris Day's in it. James Stewart and Doris Day, the man who knew too much. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I thought that was very good as well.
Yeah.
James Stewart is one of my all-time favorite actors. Yeah, he's great in him.
Yeah,
I love him in It's a Wonderful Life, of course.
Love that film. Yeah.
Good night, lads. Take it easy, says Trevor. Cheers,
Take
Trevor.
care, Trev.
Thanks for coming along. Jamie says, will do. Alan. Twilight Limit says, subscribe to a few YouTube channels. So you've probably got an extra subscriber there, guys.
Thank you.
And Jamie says, Rope was actually one of his later films.
Yeah.
And the last comment is, the man who knew too much was great.
I agree with you, Jamie, definitely.
Okay, guys. So I think we're going to end it there. Honestly, my eyes, it's that light above me, mate. I can't do these live streams in my movie room because the two babies are in bed and I'll just wake them up. So I have to do it down here. Watch James Stewart in the shop around the corner. Yeah, I want to get that one. I bet it's a Christmas film, isn't it? Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I watch that. I try and watch that every December now, but I think, do you know what, Jordan? I have to thank Jamie for like sort of getting the word around about that movie. Yeah, I love that.
I remember him talking about it, mate, and I should have picked it up by now, but it's on the premium thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I got it from. Yeah.
Right, lads, stay safe, play safe. Cheers, mate. All right, I'm gonna end the stream there, guys. If that's okay, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
No worries at all. I've absolutely loved it, Jordan. Been a fantastic stream.
Yeah. Oh, thanks so much for coming along, lads. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully we can do it again sometime. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it was great. Thanks very much, Jordan. Nice to talk to you, Sam.
Oh, you too, Al. Been great chatting to you for the first time, bud.
Same here. Yeah, great. I'll do a couple of weeks' time if you want to come on one of mine as well. I'll send the invites out and that, a couple of weeks' time.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like to reciprocate the favour. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks.
Yeah. Don't forget, everyone who's been watching, get over to Sam and Alan's channel, give them a subscription, show them some support. You will not be disappointed. So thanks so much, everyone. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you for joining in. We'll see you all later. Thanks.
Take care, guys.
Nice. Thanks.
Bye.